Dang, Eric. Oh, is this thing on? Hi, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Hello there. This is General Kenobi. Hey, this is David from Black Spire Broadcast.
Hey, I'm Todd Freeman, also known as Dope.
Hey guys, Appleton for Collectibles here.
Well, hey, I'm Seth with Rogue Squad Garage.
Hey, it's J2SO.
Hi, I am Mark. Welcome to the Space Runners Lounge.
This is Joel Haas at Haji Customs.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Yo, this is Evan the Collector.
Yo, it's your man Flex, and you're watching the Spice Runners Lounge.
Hey, this is Brian from Brian Makes Dioramas, and you're watching the Spice Runners Lounge.
And you are watching the Spice Runners Lounge. And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
And you're watching Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Join me and together we can rule the galaxy.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge, where we hang out and talk dank ferric. I am your host, Evan the Collector, here in the second week of January on the Outer Rim, giving you some live Star Wars news collection updates. And today, Hector Cruz from Imperial Walker Ink. Welcome, Hector.
Hey, Hector. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Very excited to be
Jason.
Got delayed.
Yeah, he is. So if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. We do have a drinking game. It doesn't have to be an alcoholic game. You can drink water, soda, whatever you have in possession, but alcohol does help. So we have these words, and if you hear these words, you'll hear a sound, and that's when we'll take a drink. So we'll just start it off with our first drink of the night. So cheers, guys. Welcome, Hector. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. Those words are absolutely brutal. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, it's okay. I'll edit them.
Oh, you can say whatever you like. I just feel bad for the community who's going to be watching and drinking along.
One quick question for Evan. What time is it?
What was that, Jason?
Just want to know real quick to Evan, what time is it?
It is high noon. Product placement tonight. High noon.
Right.
Not a sponsor of the Spice Runners Lounge. So welcome everybody. This is the second week of January, second show of 2024, on our way to episode 100. So thanks for everybody that's been along for the ride the last 2 years. So we've been having fun every Friday. So thank you for being there.
Has it been 2 years already? Is it 2 years?
This January 2023.
I need to get a line.
Yeah. So let's say hi to everybody in the chat real quick before we say hi to everybody here on the panel. Let's say Zena 5150.
Zena.
How you doing, Zena?
Hour and a half to go.
Hey, Zena.
Awesome.
Jose. Hello, amigos y amigos.
Hey, Jose.
Hola.
You got Kaz, formerly MCAS. How you doing?
Yes.
Bird.
Awesome.
You got Dan from DMD. How you doing?
Hey, Dan.
Dan.
You got Rosa all the way from Norway.
Rosa.
I'm going to make Rosa proud. I'm drinking some Viking blood tonight.
Wow.
There you go.
Norwegian.
I don't know if I can even focus it. There it is. Viking blood. 19%.
Jeez. Ouch, dude.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Dan.
Goodbye.
What's
Jello
up, Dan?
there. Now I want Jello. Yeah.
When did we get ice cream?
No, it's not going to be one of those nights. Pacing myself. We got Rob, Zombie Hunter. How you doing? All the way from Aussie land. Let's see. We got Rex, Millennium Workshop. How you doing?
Rex. Dude, great video. Love the other Tuscan you did. That's fantastic, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've
been in talks with him about that.
Oh, nice.
You got Pat's fan. How you doing, Pat's fan?
Hey,
Pat's buddy.
What's up, Ken?
You got Sergio. Hello from work.
Hey, that's all good.
Looking dapper.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know Sergio works for the fire department, police department down in Dade County. So thanks for what you do, man. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if the chat's on fire, he can put it out.
There you go. That's funny.
There you go.
No.
John Solo, what's going on?
Hey, John.
If you guys want to know Sean Solo, he's a co-host on SIFcast. They come on during the week. I think it's on
Wednesdays.
Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Yeah.
Wednesday.
Whenever they feel like going live. But yeah, it's a good show. Check it out.
Last show was pretty good.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that Jeff was on, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, the one previous.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one previous.
I don't even know what day it is.
Stop drinking that Viking blood. And you'll
I'm with
remember.
you. Hey, Shane.
Shane Wesso in the house. How you doing?
Shane.
All you spicy savages. That's funny. We got our buddy Billy, Ohio. How you doing, man?
Hello.
Billy.
We got Ravenwood Collectibles in the house. Stephen and Carla.
Hey, Stephen and Carla. They're awesome. Check out their channel.
Yeah, check out their channel. And if you want to, vintage toys, Indiana Jones, check it out. They got
anything. When they did their 12 Days
Clash
of
of the
Christmas or
Titans,
whatever,
are you
it went
kidding
back
me?
with, it was like, Bionic Man, the big 12-inch figure and all the other stuff that they showed. It was a trip down memory lane. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Definitely. Michael Lannon in the house. How you doing, Michael?
Hey, Michael.
It's been a long 3 weeks, so forward to seeing you guys. Wonderful people. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Got Brian Barnes playing double duty.
Yeah.
He said, duty.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
That's variant number 2.
That's funny. Trooping with Robin in the house. How you
Robin.
doing, Robin?
What's up, Robin?
Chris Elliott. How you doing, man?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
2 degrees outside and the whiskey is flowing. Hashtag
Hey.
Hoff.
Wow.
Are you in Washington?
I don't know. He's wearing Bears gear.
Yeah. Don't go outside. You'll freeze before you reach the first marker, dude.
I know, right?
Yeah, I thought he was in Kansas.
He's in Kansas. Must be what's it called? A replant or
Transplant.
transplant. There you go. Thanks. We got Enzo in the house. How you doing, Enzo?
Hey, Enzo. Star Wars. Exactly. Star Wars.
You got Flex in the house. Flex. co-host.
Flex 1. Hashtag Flex 1.
Check Flex out on Rogue 5 Cantina Sunday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern. He was also on SIF Talk this week, so check that out. That was a good interview. Got Johnny in the house. If I can get this thing to work, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Johnny?
Howdy.
Howdy, runners.
Howdy, runners.
You got Michael Barrett in the house. How you doing, Michael?
Hey, Michael.
Yo.
You got the first sister, the other half of the berry.
Janine.
The Niner is in the house.
Welcome,
Long
Janine.
may she reign.
Janine is also a co-host of the Row 5 Cantina on Sundays.
Check that out.
Sean Scruffy Stone. How you doing, Sean?
Hey,
buddy.
yes. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Sean.
Darth Muzza in the house. How you doing? Welcome.
So Darth Muzza's in
Australia.
Yeah.
Muzza.
Good day.
Muzza. Andy Myers in the house. How you doing, Andy?
Hey, brother.
Andy.
And Andy will be a
this Sunday.
special guest on Rogue 5 Cantina this Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Check that out.
Didn't
Yeah.
know
It'll
that.
be awesome.
Yeah. And talk about his special effects career in Hollywood. So that'll be good.
Awesome.
Daniel
Daniel.
Colleen says, "Hi, Hector." So,
Oh, well, hello, Daniel. Well, look at that. I alienated the entire panel. I'm sorry. Hi, Daniel.
Clean, Klein.
you got grilled cheese in the
cheese.
house. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey,
Grilled
Zach.
cheese.
Now I want to grill cheese.
I know every time I see that, I get
Every
hungry.
time. Every time.
You got Gap After Dark.
Hey, Gap.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Gap After Dark.
Hello, all.
Antonio Sanchez in the house. Oh yeah, Raider Nation. I like that.
I know Antonio. Hi, Antonio.
What's up, Antonio?
Latinos in the house, man. I like it.
There we go. Represent.
Right.
Talking about Latinos in the house. Sergio, he's Nicaraguan. He's like, I got an 18-year-old Puerto Rican bottle with her name on it, brother.
Nice.
Well, I gotta make it down there.
And then on the side, I wanted to say to Michael Barrett, that's great news. He's got a buddy giving him a Ruby's Supreme Vader set.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's
I was
awesome.
talking about
That's
that
good.
today. It's going to be a good setup for him.
Congrats, dude.
Good start.
Got
Dude,
Michelle in the house.
we saw it as low as
Michelle.
$745 on Amazon, and they were going for $1,300 a couple days before. So
Nice.
sorry, interrupt. Continue with the program.
Matthew Thomas. What's up, J Doggy?
What's up, Matthew?
What's up, dude?
Must be a J2SO buddy.
Thank you.
Nah, that's my brother.
And Chris says he's in Kansas. Okay. Oh, we got Jens in the house. Legacy Arts.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Ian.
Up, Jens.
That's a
Dude,
great
that,
video you posted today, man.
Yeah, That 2023 recap from
Thanks for
the
the plug,
Star Wars magazine. That was dope, dude. Yep. Even saw me hiding in there. All right, I think we're all caught up. So if I didn't get to you, apologies. So let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Yeah, we'll start backwards and then we'll finish with Hector. So Dubak, how you doing, man? How you been this week?
Doing good. Doing good. Just can't believe we're already halfway through January 2024.
No.
Just trying to
how much more you got to set up in your room?
Not much. I just got some gaps for pre-orders. That's pretty much it. And then it's the challenge has been like kind of rethinking some of the setup.
Mm-hmm.
But I got sidetracked with all the Macquarie gear and seeing everybody get their Vader concept Macquarie.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I got to go on a concept kick with some of the Macquarie busts.
I might be able to be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. So just such good stuff. Good solid designs. And I was talking to Billy about this. Like, it's just so much cool vibe to get like good love from Macquarie lately. It just seems like everybody just is appreciating these talents more and more. I love that stuff as an illustrator.
I just sold a speeder.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Soon enough, Billy. But yeah, doing good. Thanks, man. Good to be here.
Yeah, welcome back, dude.
Yeah, it's always great to see you.
J2, so how you doing, man? I see on the circus post, you guys have been busy, huh?
Yeah, busy last week in Tampa, and now it's in Orlando this weekend, tonight through Sunday. So if you're in Orlando, circus is there. So It's just been busy weeks. And then MegaCon keeps adding more and more damn people, and it's like, freaking stop.
That convention is getting expensive, man.
Dude, yeah, now they added like a bunch of people from Back to the Future, which is cool. I'm not getting autographs, but I know a bunch of people that have now put Star Wars on hold because Michael J. and Christopher Lloyd went out, so those going to duo be together. So
yeah, the whole cast is going to be there. It's crazy.
Oh, Michael J. Fox will be there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does this feel like it's shaping up to be a bigger attendee list this year than last year, Evan?
Oh, dude.
It seems like it's doubled.
Big. I'm glad I got my tickets.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to see you.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
J2, so with the circus, they finally hired you for the juggling, or?
Yeah. So I'm going on tour with them, actually. No.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
Cool. Welcome back, dude.
I won't throw peanuts at you.
I won't throw peanuts at you.
Yo, Scott Berry, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Your background looks great.
Oh, thank you. It's getting. I still haven't really started putting stuff in there because work and everything else. So what I've got it set up on is that I've got a black curtain in front of it. So when I work and stream and teach, I can cover it and then pull it back. But I've got a lot to get into this thing, and all of a sudden I'm realizing I'm gonna run out of room. So yeah, but I mean, I just put the X-wing up like 10 minutes ago or whatever.
Dude, that looks
before the
great.
Show. But it looks cool up there. And I love this AT-AT helmet. That's a trooper helmet. Awesome.
Looks good, dude. Well, welcome back, man. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Joe, I'm surprised you're not a popsicle in the garage there in Washington.
Yeah, it's actually colder than where it is at Brian's.
How you doing, man?
It's the Hasbro one.
I look forward to these Fridays, so thank you.
Oh yeah, good to see you, man.
Oh, me too.
Brian makes diorama, so he made his debut last Sunday on the Road 5 Cantina. Now co-host there too. So
what a great debut!
That was a good show, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Got my tickets this week for Lars Mikkelsen, who's going to come to the Pop Culture Con in Sioux Falls, which it's a pretty big get for them to get him. So
thank you, Andy.
I go and support that, and probably troop there while I'm there.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
We do a pretty big booth there, so probably troop there while I'm there. And then,
but what costume are you going to run? Because Brian's basically the 501st at this time.
Yeah, I'm working on the Praetorian, but I'm going to do my TIE pilot because I'm going to get to
right variant.
I want to get to 25 troops in that, and I'm an ace. So.
Oh wow!
Awesome,
man.
man.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool, dude.
I didn't know you started the Praetorian. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I got to get that figured out. I got files from Great Ape, he's helped several people get their stuff. So
this is the Mando Praetorian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That was
cool
a great design. That was a cool design.
Well, I got to mention on the intro video for Rogue 5 Cantina that you're in, when you take that helmet off, your TIE pilot helmet off, that part, every time I see it, I get like goosebumps. I'm getting them right now. All the hair standing. It's just such a cool look. Yeah.
So cool. That was fun. I was like, okay.
That's a good edit. Yeah. Well, welcome back, man. Good to see you.
By the way, that thing you won is a TIE pilot face mask.
The what is?
That thing that I sent you, that's from a TIE pilot helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it on the wall in the workroom.
Nice. So, Jeff, man, how you doing? Welcome back, dude. Good to see you.
Yeah, glad to be here. This week I haven't had any time for Star Wars this week. So
right
this is
on.
my first, for Friday. This is my Star Wars. This is my Star Wars fix this week. So.
And you wear a shirt like that.
Yeah.
It's been crazy, man. Ever since I've been back to work, it's just been nuts, man. 12 to 16 hours a day and like no time for myself.
I know we talked during this week because it was
our first.
It's goal setting, review time, right? So I had to write reviews. Yeah, it's fun. It's been fun this week.
All the postmortems, why we didn't, do good last year.
I thought everybody would be refreshed when they came back to work, but no.
Oh my God, it's just more and more. And then,
well, I just found out we have Monday off, and I was like, what? It was like weird. It was like, oh, wow, I got Monday off. Then I found out Janine's got Monday off, and it's like, what?
I wish I had Monday off.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. 1-800 get your ass to work.
Yeah. Yep.
Last but not least, we got Hector Cruz. For those that don't know Hector Cruz, he runs Imperial Walker Ink, one of the premier autograph sites on Facebook. So if you're not part of the group, let us know. We can hook you up. But welcome to the show, Hector. How you been, man?
I've been good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the invitation. I'm excited to be here. Every time I'm here, I'm reminded of how big the Star Wars community is. I live kind of myopically in kind of my own little world of autographs and specifically my group. So when I'm here and I hear you guys refer to all these other websites and the things you guys are doing, it reinvigorates me as a Star Wars fan. So thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we love it when you're on here. It's probably some of the best stories that we get to document, right? Because you're doing history. So
thank you very much. I try to bring it back to everybody. I'm only there because of you guys. So thank you.
I appreciate it.
And your vocabulary is making it grow for me. Myopically, I'm stuck on that word.
I was trying to see where Joel was going with that. I was like, oh, well, look at
they don't use
way of saying blurry.
No, I talk English good.
Very well. I mean, I don't even know what that is.
That's funny.
Thank you very much. Well, I'll try to keep it third grade level then.
Thank you.
So the last time we talked to Hector, he had one of the biggest historical autograph signings in history with Marshall Lucas. So,
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, he's been on the road. I guess I got to drink this.
Whoa! It's back with vengeance.
Yeah.
Oh, it's easy stuff. Yeah, so he's
only
been on the
150
road.
proof. It's good.
He's been doing some signings this year. He's been out doing stuff at ILM. He's went out to 3210. You've been busy. Every time I see you, you're somewhere else in the U.S. or around the world. So that's so awesome to see you getting out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Has it been since Marcia? It's been that long.
Yeah.
Wow, that was in February. So we're almost at a year at the end of it. It's insane.
Time flies.
How fast time flies. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
That's what I do. I wake up every morning thinking, how am I going to bring the flames? Thank you very much. I have been really busy. Thankfully, the group has grown steadily a lot. Thankfully, from the exposure I've had through you guys have been a friend of me and the group since day one. And I really am thankful for that. And again, for this opportunity. I think since Marcia, there were about 14 or 15 autograph sessions. I'm trying to
32 have been said.
I'm trying to avoid the landmine words.
No, just go. Just let it happen.
The autograph writing things have happened since then. And the two biggest ones that I think are probably the most of interest to you guys were with Nilo Rodis-Jamero. There was very little from the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi that he didn't touch or was a part of creating in some capacity, either in 2D concept design or actually building out maquettes or working as the costume designer for Return of the Jedi. He did so much in terms of the character work, vehicles, and the worlds that we love. And he was so popular this year that we had 2 signings with him, one in April and one in October. The one in April was so massive that I thought, wow, I'm not going to do a Nilo signing again for about 5 years. But then I was approached by a couple of companies asking about plaques for custom vehicles and vessels. And I said, well, we'd have to get at least 300 items to do another signing with him because he has a minimum requirement. And we had just done a signing in April and they wanted to do one in September, October. And I said, okay, well, if we can get 300, sure. We wound up getting over 800. So it's absolutely insane how many items he signed this year, or rather in 2023 for Imperial Walker Ink. That's the April signing. But you know what? You've got the pictures queued up. You definitely guide me. I'll answer your questions.
Oh, this is great. This is actually one of the first ones on here.
You got the best job in the world.
I think that's the first one after Marcia.
Yeah, so Nilo was a big one. Yeah. I remember you saying that, you're going after Nilo after Marcia, and then it turns out that more people wanted Nilo, and that second signing came in, and that was a godsend too, because I jumped on it because I needed some more stuff from Nilo.
Yes, and actually, there were so many plaques. I'd never handled so many plaques for a signing, but it was what drove it. I remember putting up a thread saying, "Hey, I need 300 to make it happen," and that went out and the signing sold out. I want to say 10 minutes flat. It was insane.
That's awesome.
Did you share that with him? What was his reaction to that?
He's a very quiet guy, very introverted. He doesn't associate a lot with his former colleagues at Lucasfilm. He doesn't live in the United States, so he's a very private man and not very effusive. He was appreciative. Let's not mistake quiet with not being appreciative. He was definitely appreciative, but not overly enthusiastic. That smile is kind of a rare thing in the photo. He's very quiet.
I was just going to say, I remember you saying that, Hector. That's a great picture. So.
It is. Thank you. Getting smiles out of some of these guys is pretty difficult, but it doesn't mean that they're angry or anything. They're just very quiet, and they were always used to being behind the scenes, so they don't understand necessarily
the limelight. Yeah. The
attention. They think that the work itself is what people are excited about, and I try to convey to them that your talent is what brought those things to life, and your imagination. I mean, Nilo pretty much devised Boba Fett's Slave One from whole cloth, so it's him. It came out of that noggin. So I really try to make that clear to him, and I think he took away with that. This is embarrassing. I'm wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask.
Hector, do you think some of that too is because their brain is still kind of like conceptualizing things, or do you think, like, again, they're out of the limelight, but do you think they're still kind of like there's always that creative mode?
I think like most artists, when they look at their work, they can't help but feel critical and very self-critical of the work, and they don't realize how much it meant to us. We grew up with it.
Right.
They hear it, but I don't think they truly internalize what it means to us and how we live this day in, day out. But I think with him, he's particularly very self-critical, and he can only see what could have been better. This is my son. I
love that picture.
He likes how big your son has gotten over the years.
Yeah, he's 7 feet tall. Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, I was going to add, I wonder how much of it has to do with, again, a lot of this stuff and things that we associate, the Slave One, Scout, and some other stuff. This is all before internet, right? This is before people even knew who they were. And I think probably within the last, 15 years, maybe 20 years, people have been like, oh, I know who did this. These people have become a lot more important to the people that like that kind of work or model builders or just appreciate it. And that might be why it's surprising, you know, how often was he doing any kind of autographs or anything like that before this?
Right.
So now they're in the limelight.
Very valid point. I try to not just convey the fandom aspect, but the fact that he's inspired people to go into different fields, you know, art, model building of any kind of industrial design, CAD work, that he's been an inspiration, him and Joe Johnston and other people. And that certainly is gratifying to him. I think, you know, he said his words were, I was just a young guy. I got lucky. I got to do some work that meant something to people. And, you know, he particularly doesn't have a rearview mirror. He doesn't look, you know, dwell on the past much.
You talk about his demeanor being kind of reserved and introverted. I think so many of those guys, when you look back at how they started and their passion, it was a very isolated pursuit to be drawing, painting, model building. That's something you kind of did on your own in your private, you know, space. It's not like a collaborative kind of social thing like sports. These guys were honing a craft at a young age because they had a passion, and so they're probably used to being isolated and kind of alone. You know,
you're absolutely right. That's absolutely true. And even more so within that subset of behind the scenes people that are working alone, and sometimes they do come to go to work. The concept designers are really left to their own devices at their drafting table and being tasked with, hey, come up with a really, you know, some compelling, evocative design for Boba Fett's ship. And sometimes that's the marching orders. That's it. That's the entire description form.
Yeah, we call it Slave One here. We don't play that game. Yeah,
I too call it Slave One. And I don't know if everybody knows the story, and certainly let's assume your audience doesn't know the story, but famously he came up with the idea for Slave One by looking out the window of his office and seeing the streetlights in San Anselmo. And they had this really odd, you know, design that is practically, for all intents and purposes, the Slave One chassis. It's insane.
That's cool. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
I apologize. We have this chat going on here, and then the side chat is ordering pizza. So I don't know what's happening, but there you go. Billy was asking if he could have Hector decide what kind of pizza he could roll with tonight. So what do you like on your pizza, Hector?
I'm pretty boring. I'm really, really boring when it comes
plain
to
cheese, right?
I'm a cheese and sausage guy, and it's got to be Chicago deep dish pizza.
There you go. That's what I was about to say. It had to be deep dish.
Living in Chicago, that's by law.
Thank you. Thank you so much for playing along. Appreciate
it. Hector, does Nilo have a lot of like stuff that he? I know a lot of these ILM guys, they don't like keep a lot of the stuff, but like, does he have things? That
he does have some things. He wanted me to sell for him. He was involved with the, and I apologize, I don't know a lot about the licensed items, but I think there was a Black Series Biker Scout helmet released last year.
Oh, wow.
If I'm not mistaken. He was consulted a little bit for it, and he was given 5 helmets, and he wants me to sell them for him. I still haven't done it, but I'm going to. So maybe we'll sell them through you guys. Well, I don't know. In terms of stuff from the production era, he doesn't have a lot, but he does have one very cool thing. He has a bike, speeder bike, maquette that he built during Return of the Jedi that has a camouflage paint scheme on the body.
Wow.
Oh, that's
There's some photos of it in Star Wars Chronicles and things like that. He actually owns that. He's got that in his house.
Wow.
Eben, one of those pictures, can you go back one? Where it was like a collage of pictures?
Let's see. This one?
No.
This one?
That one. Did he have doings with Bausch? That's the Bausch concept.
Yes, he designed the helmet.
From top to bottom.
Oh, damn. I'm going to make that.
Well, it's like, you know for a fact, you love, everything that Joe Johnston did, and then on top of it, what Nilo, the Slave One, Bausch, Scout Trooper, the bike, all that stuff. I mean,
the Royal Guard. It's crazy what that twosome came up with. This Batman and Robin of Star Wars design. I've always said, after Ralph McQuarrie, nobody created the visual world and architecture of Star Wars more than Joe Johnston and Nilo Rodis-Jamero.
Yeah.
Nilo did a lot. Yeah, he created a lot of the costume design, especially for Jedi. He was very involved in that.
When it came time for Return of the Jedi, George Lucas brought the costume department from England to the United States. So he made Nilo the head of the costume department. There it is, right there.
Wow.
Wow.
A Nilo sketch. And a Nilo autograph.
Yep.
Marketer concept sketch.
Damn.
So he had
I love this
heads
picture.
of the costume department. We had Nilo Rodis-Jamero for kind of the just coming up with the ideas, and then Aggie Rogers was the person who was in charge of the physical execution of the costumes.
You've done Aggie before, too, right?
I have. I think she's only ever done signings through me, and I've done 3.
Yeah, because you did. I remember you did. Did you do Aggie, Pete, and Nilo?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's really cool if you get it on a Emperor's Guard, right? So you get Aggie. You can't get Pete.
That's absolutely right.
But there were 3 on there on that, and that completed it, and it was like really, very outstanding.
I love this photo because that particular maquette is my all-time favorite of the maquettes that were made for the film. I just love the stance. I love kind of the backward angle.
I'm totally making that.
That's cool.
Joel, you should make that. I love that.
I'm going to
make it. It's a challenge now, Joe.
There was somebody that did
This is
that.
your
That did do some of those maquettes.
Yeah, they did like 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Bill David got one, and
They didn't have that pose though.
Yeah, it was your Archive X buddies did it.
Oh yeah, it was Lee.
Yep.
I remember.
So let's switch over to another photo and talk about it. So you've done signings, but you also got a chance to hang out with some folks too. So this next photo is with Mr. Frank Oz here.
Whoa!
Wow!
Yeah, that's amazing. I know you guys are wowing at my red sweater. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm guessing that after you met him and we're that close, you're like, I'll never wash this again. It's probably in a shadow box. It's all
framed.
That's right, man. It's still upstairs. This is the second time I've been in front of him, thankfully. The first time was in 2013 when George Lucas was married here in Chicago. Frank was a guest, and I got to be in front of him. But this one was really cool. We got to spend about 5 minutes talking to him. He was the kind of guest of honor for a film festival in Rockford, Illinois, which is about 30 minutes from where I live. And I took my boys. He took a photo with me and with my boys. He was very kind and answered a couple questions, and just a really kind man, really, really nice man. And he's got that unmistakable voice where you hear his voice and you hear simultaneously Yoda, you hear
Miss Piggy.
Burtt,
Yeah.
you hear Miss Piggy. It's just wonderful.
Did you make him talk in any of those? Like you're like, hey,
I
now
did
you gotta
not.
talk.
No, I did not do that. But
I would've done that.
the man is a certifiable genius. It's just incredible. I mean, look at those photos. They're just
They're cool.
Great cameo in American Werewolf in London.
Burtt was always one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's
Which one, Hector?
Burtt was always one of my favorites. Burtt from Burtt and Ernie.
Burtt and Ernie? Yeah, those guys are great.
They are. They're the first homosexual couple on TV.
Yeah, well,
they normalized that relationship. I love it.
Shit.
Burtt and Ernie were hilarious.
They were hilarious. I remember Ernie comes in and Burtt is playing checkers with a pigeon. He goes, "Oh my God, Burtt, that's amazing. This pigeon can play checkers." And Burtt says, "Ernie, she's not that good. She's only beaten me twice." I love that stuff. It was great.
Good writing. Absolutely good writing.
That's awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, my favorites were Sattler and Waldorf. Those guys.
My God, those were the critic Muppets up in the
theater.
loge in the theater.
Up in the balcony.
Oh.
They didn't
like
like
how they
a lot
always
of
laugh. They laugh like,
Yep. I gotta sit through the show.
yeah, exactly. You're like,
And he was in Blues Brothers, wasn't he?
And
Oh,
Trading
yeah, he was
Places.
actually on screen in the Blues
Cameo in
Brothers.
Trading
He's
Places,
the
too.
correctional officer that gives Jake Blues his civilian clothing back at the beginning of the film. He's also an American Werewolf in London.
Yes, we talked
He's
about
also
that.
a feature film director. Directed The Stepford Wives, Little Shop of Horrors.
Trading
Death
Places.
Row.
He planted the PCP on Winthrop and Trading Places.
That's right. That's
That was right. That was him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about that. He's the cop. Yeah.
Yeah, he's popped up in all kinds of things, which is so
You know
cool.
what this stuff does to kids, mister?
These photos are really good. I love how these photos capture how uneven my beard is throughout the year. It's just so patchy. Doesn't feel embarrassing.
It's funny.
We had a question real quick, if you got a second.
Yeah.
Kaz, formerly known as MKaz, is asking, what got you into collecting ILM'er autographs?
That's a
What
great
started?
question.
What was
Well,
like, I got to do this. This is what I want to do.
You know, I don't think anybody gets into Star Wars autograph collecting thinking they're going to start with behind the scenes. I certainly never did. I started autograph collecting for Star Wars in general in 1999. There was a show here in Chicago called Wizard World Chicago. It's now called Fan Expo. It's now called Fan Expo Chicago. But at the time, they brought a traveling kind of subset of Star Wars actors that was called the Men Behind the Masks Tour. That came through Chicago, and it was Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker, Dave Prowse, Peter Mayhew. And that's when I started. I got those autographs. And it wasn't until, my God, like that was 1999. It wasn't until about 2010, 2011 that I said, and it didn't start with, I want to collect ILM. It was my favorite Star Wars thing of all time was the AT-AT, the Imperial Walker. And I said, I want to collect the autographs of everybody who worked on the Imperial Walkers. That's how it started. That was my entry point. And I thought, and I knew more than the average person about behind the scenes, but at that time, even at that time, I didn't know the extent, the number of people, the sheer number of people that it took to bring the Imperial Walkers to the screen convincingly. And that was how it started. Never would have imagined where it is now. Never. It just said, I'm going to start here. And the person I reached out to at the time was Don Bees. I don't know if you guys know Mr. Don Bees.
Yeah.
Played Boba Fett in the special editions, was the droid unit supervisor for the Star Wars prequel films. I had met him on the Replica Prop Forum back in the day. Wow. Anyone know the RPF here?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, RPF.
Yep.
I was one of those guys that appreciated the talent, had no talent myself, but I loved being on those forums. And I met Don Bees there, and I said, hey, do you know anybody who worked there? And he did. And he introduced me to John Berg, who was, by all accounts, the person most responsible for making the AT-ATs as successful as they were. And that's what it started. That's literally how it began. And it's turned into a now 12, 13-year odyssey of championing behind-the-scenes artists on Star Wars.
That's amazing.
At any time, tell me to shut up, because I will go on and on and on and on.
I could listen on and on and on.
Yeah, I love this.
The thing that's cool, Hector, that I like about your group and with the ILM people is like, I think I still learn, like, when you bring a new signer to the table, I still learn too, where it's like, I didn't know that person was doing that.
Right.
Like,
when I do bring somebody new to the table, it's always from the perspective for I try to put myself in the shoes of the average fan who doesn't know what these folks did, and the emotional connecting point for all of us is the Star Wars movies themselves. You may not say, "Oh, I really need," I'm going to say Claudia Everett's autograph. She was a costume seamstress or Jedi. But when you say, "Hey, she worked on Luke's costume, his Jedi Knight robes," that's the connection. It's like, "Oh man, I love those robes." That's what you. So when I say, "Hey, Scott Farrar signing," well, he worked on the Millennium Falcon, the medical frigate, the Mount Calamari ships, the Death Star. That's what people get excited about.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Well, I think too, like Star Wars fans, like start to get like completists. Like,
absolutely,
I'm gonna buy one of those things, but like now that I know that there's 6 people or 10 people that worked on that, I want those 10, right?
Yeah,
I think you really do a good job of the project scenario also.
Thank you. And the big thing, the reason I focus so intently on the original trilogy in particular is none of us are getting any younger. We're losing these folks very quickly, and a lot of institutional knowledge is going with them. And in some cases, I only ever do one autograph session with them, and I don't want to miss those opportunities. And and I want to make sure that those opportunities are made available to you guys as fans as well, because these folks are not getting invited to conventions. And by the way, that's not a critique. I understand why you don't invite Claudia Everett or Scott Farrar to a convention. You probably wouldn't make your money back because it would be a very small subset of people that would get them. autograph shows are very expensive to begin with. Just to get in the door, you're paying $50-$85 for a day or a weekend. And then people have a limited autograph budget. They're most likely going to spend it on the headliner, on the Michael J. Fox, on the Ewan McGregor. They're probably not going to allocate it to, a couple of behind the scenes people. There will be a couple, but you probably won't, as an organizer of a show, you're probably not going to make your money back on behind the scenes people. And that's where I come in. I found this niche, and I've fallen in love with all these folks, and I really am incredibly defensive of their legacies, of their reputations, of their stories. And I'm always trying to share that passion with you guys. It's endless. I never get tired of talking about them. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
Yeah, no. Well, I think the one that was big for me, Hector, that and I think it was before you started IWI, is the Doug Beswick.
Yep.
Right? For the Cantina, to complete an actual Cantina band set. And I think that was like everybody was waiting for that. And I think you behind the scenes doing that and getting that done, that was huge also. So
yeah, I think that one is kind of the perfect marriage of behind the scenes and on screen, because everyone in the Cantina band was someone who worked at Industrial Light and Magic. See, I have to stop myself. Well, thank you, Collecting with Cool. Mm-hmm. You're worth $2 to me.
Yeah, give us a second for the super chat.
I'd pay $5 for Collecting with Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that.
So yeah, everyone in the Cantina band was someone who worked at Industrial Light Magic. Yeah, Phil Tippett, Doug Beswick, John Berg, going left to right, Kim Falkenberg, Gibraltar Merrill, and in the back we had the late Lane Liska and the incredibly reclusive Rod Bottin. So those are the people in the band.
Wasn't it Pam McCarthy in there too, I think?
Let's take that one offline, because that one is a little bit mired in scandal, and I don't want to bring any shame.
Okay, all right.
So hold that thought.
I did not promote that one, because I spoke with her, and from my understanding, she was not in the band, but I was not involved with that one, so that's why I refrain from saying anything.
I'll have to,
Yeah, one second. Thank you, Rosa, for the super chat. Yes, appreciate you.
Rosa, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's switch over to the 40th anniversary.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I really regret that hat. That hat.
Dude, that's so cool.
That hat is way too small.
Yeah, you look good there.
No, you look good. You look sharp. Yeah. So this was at 3210 Studios?
Yes. I will pause for the drinking. Yep. Mm-hmm. So in May of 2023, the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi was celebrated at the studios in San Rafael. And I've been very fortunate enough to be at the 3 40th anniversary galas for the Star Wars films, all held there. And they're just such amazing events. They were amazing events. I do one thing for them, which is the in memoriam film for all the people that we've lost that worked on the original Star Wars films, and it's amazing. And then you have other Star Wars fans. This is president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige. There is a fan of Return of the Jedi, and he was just gushing about Return of the Jedi, just how much he loves that film, how much he thinks about that film when he's kicking off a Marvel film. And he spoke to me. We were just two Return of the Jedi fans talking. It was really, really amazing.
Two guys with hats just talking.
So I was gonna say, since you were in front of Kevin Feige here, did you turn and look at him and say, "What were you thinking with She-Hulk"? That's the first thing I would have asked him.
I should have asked him that. I should have. No, it was cool. I didn't.
Yeah, no Marvel property.
I like his shirt. His shirt was cool. You see it? Look at the shirt.
Yeah, it's like a Star Wars trilogy.
It's band members. Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a trilogy of it.
That's really cool.
Dude, Hector, he showed you up with that, man. He's got branded Star Wars attire, and you've got nothing.
Awesome. Hi, Sean Stone. I know
Yes, you
Sean
are.
Stone.
Yeah, Sean's awesome, and
This is
he
Mark
is
Ratz.
in the 501st as an
Mark
AT-AT
Ratz,
driver.
I think you guys know Mark Ratz, famous poster artist.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mark's
yeah.
great.
Kind of the heir apparent to Drew Struzan. He's got that really awesome pencil work and amazing likenesses. He's also built like a Greek god. So it's
I was going to say he's ripped. Look at that guy.
He's got this Asgardian physique that's so intimidating to stand next to. I hurt my wrist touching his back. It's just chiseled.
He's got his hand on your back. He's
Absolutely.
like,
wow.
And I'm just this gelatinous amorphous blob.
I was getting ready to hit it. Jeez.
Hi, Pat.
oh, got another one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pat's
now I
fan.
understand. These are not their names. That's what they're donating. Now I understand.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. So we'll give him the sound.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Why are they not just donating $5? Why the $4.99?
YouTube.
It's YouTube and their cut and everything else. So actually, Pat's fan donated about $50 there, but we only get $4.99 because YouTube takes the rest. I'm kidding.
Ooh, Doug Channing.
That's
Oh,
Doug
nice.
Channing.
What's up,
Also
Joe?
sculpted from marble, and everyone apparently now you just got to be absolutely ripped to work at Lucasfilm.
I know, right?
I'm never going to get a job.
No, I think we're all out.
I'm out.
I think we're all
Yep,
out.
I'm out.
Damn it, Jim.
Doug's amazing. I just love his concept work from the prequel.
He is really unbelievably talented. Just his work is sublime.
Is he gonna sign again, you think?
Oh yeah, I did the last signing I did with him was during the pandemic in 2021. I did a series of child signings for at the time Grogu didn't have a name yet, so it was just the child. So I did signings with him, with Christian Alsman, with David Accord, who was the voice of Grogu, and Tony McVeigh, who sculpted the maquettes.
Yeah.
Grogu.
Wow.
Well, I know Doug was getting.
Team.
You can correct me if I'm wrong on this one too. I thought Doug was getting a lot of like fan mail, and because he was really good at signing a lot of fan stuff, and then he started seeing a lot of it like trickle out to for sale markets, and I think he stopped a bit.
Yeah, he's kind of buttoned that up. He started to realize that there were people that were hitting him up and then flipping those things, and that's kind of a shame.
Unfortunate. Yep.
And when I reached out to them, I mean, the point.
That's what Frank Oz was kind of bristling against why he stopped signing, right? Because he saw.
Oh yeah, he was always very good about signing in person on the streets, and I wasn't there, but the story that has circulated is that in New York City, where he lives, he always insists on personalizing on the street. And someone said, "You can personalize. We're just gonna erase it anyway." And he'd never known that was possible, and that's when it stopped. That's when he said no more.
Wow,
that's ridiculous.
So some not very smart person ruined it for everybody.
Asshat. You can say
It's unfortunate.
So here we have me with Mickey Herman, who was a production liaison on the original trilogy. George Lucas's right hand woman on the production side. Wonderful, wonderful woman. She worked on Raiders of the Lost Ark. She's in so many photos behind the scenes of that era. And on the right, we have Richard Kerrigan, who at the time of the original trilogy was known as Richard Fish. He changed his last name. He was a visual effects cameraman, worked on Empire and Jedi.
Wow.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out with some legends here.
Awesome. You got the best job ever.
Very, very
Don B.
One of the loveliest human beings in the world. Just a beautiful person, inside and out. Been a friend to me for a very long time. And there he is with R2D2. R2 is so down to earth, so he's such a nice guy. No posse, no entourage. Just
I hear he's a little cold to the touch, but it's
he's the most censored.
He's a little distant, a little aloof, but imagine how much he gets hounded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the legendary matte painter Mike Pangrazio.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so he the backdrops for the Hoth snow sequences he painted. He painted the last shot in Return of the Jedi, the warehouse. That's his painting.
Did he do the Emperor?
This guy's a titan. If there is a Mount Rushmore of matte artists, he's on there.
He's the guy.
Let's take a break to acknowledge Shane's $20 super chat.
Hi, Shane. Damn,
Thanks for sharing your stories and hanging out with us, Hector. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate you. Oops, I
Our
clicked on
guests
the
get
wrong
the
one.
warmest welcome. You know,
clicked
because
on the
that's what
wrongest
every
one.
single one of these have been to thank you, Hector, for being
Oh,
on
well,
the
thank
show.
you. Thank you all for listening.
Let
Play
me
the
play
right
the-
one. Play the right
Let me-
one.
Yeah, let me play the right one for the $20 one.
Hector, you
Yeah.
ever seen that full video?
No, I have not.
Oh, you gotta see it.
They gave a
Well,
monkey
send it to
a gun, and he started shooting it.
Oh my god.
Not good.
Yeah.
Thank
It
you,
was
Shane. Thank you.
Let's $20,
thank you, Shane.
man. Shane making it rain. Thank you,
Yeah,
Shane.
he is.
Didn't he
Shane.
paint the Emperor's Arrival too? He did the matte painting for the Emperor's Arrival on the big.
He did, yeah, he did. So,
Oh, that's right.
Mike's ungodly talented.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow. So this is the guy who did all the matte paintings then for the backdrops. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I'm curious, do you know of any other works that he's done? Because I know through, 80s, there was a lot of matte painting still being done, especially anything before CG. Like there's one that was done for the Batcave for the 89 Batman. I'm wondering if he was part of that or anything like it. Because it's an art form.
Are you talking about like the 1989 Batman?
Yeah. I know that there was one.
I don't know if he worked on that production. I know he worked on the Indiana Jones films. He worked on the Ewok films, the TV films.
Wow.
I for some reason I'm drawing a blank on some of the other ones, but I think one of his most famous is that final shot of the gentleman rolling the Ark of the Covenant in the crate. Endless sea
warehouse. Yeah.
Warehouse. That's his. And just the only real element in the shot is the little boy and the guy pushing the crate.
Hector, does he live in the U.S. now?
Roadside Cantina. He's asking there.
Oh, he's talking to someone else in the chat. I don't know how that.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Hector. Does he live in the U.S. now, or was he?
No,
I thought he was overseas.
He lives in New Zealand.
That's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Good for him.
But I admire that because that is a true art form to be able to paint and to do that and figure out what's going to look right from a distance, and then if you get on top of it, it looks horrible. That they know how to do that. They know how to balance that depth. I don't know. I was just blown away by it.
On that last picture, Evan Marsha was behind him too. On the left.
Yeah,
Marsha. On which picture?
This one.
You gotta zoom out. Yeah.
Next one.
The next one. Yep.
Oh, right there. Nice.
There she is, right there. Yeah.
Good eye.
Good eye. Are we saying hello in New Zealand or Australia? Good eye.
Good eye? No, good eye means good eye.
Good eye. Not good eye, mate? Yeah, got it.
No.
Sorry.
Again, wonderful people in this photo. This is Don Bees, Nelson Hall, who was a visual effects artist, model maker on the prequel films. Don and Nelson were also archivists at the Lucasfilm Archives when it was first created. And that's Nelson's wife, wonderful person as well. Just really, really nice people.
Hector, did Nelson suit up? Didn't he suit up for stuff, or did he just?
Yeah, well, at one point, Rick McCallum, I believe it was Rick McCallum, told Don and Nelson were in the special edition so often that at one point he told them, "That's it, you guys are done." They were stormtroopers in the special edition. They were both Boba Fett in the special edition. They were both Imperial officers in the special editions of the Star Wars trilogy. They're in there quite a bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought Nelson definitely suited up. So for a bunch of
and Don also appeared on screen during the pod race. He's in the stand as a spectator.
That's cool.
That's pretty awesome.
It is.
Man, it'd be cool just to even have background cameos like that, wouldn't it?
Well, it's like Ben Burtt was in the bunker in Return of the Jedi. He's another guy that went over the back.
So is this R2 one of the Michael McMaster R2s, or is it something
I think it is. I believe it is. I didn't ask whose it was, but I think it is Michael McMaster.
Looks so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
The blue 3PO there.
Yeah, the Hispanic 3PO. Yep.
There you go.
Hispanic 3PO.
The overweight
SI 3PO.
We share the same degree of anxiety.
El Chicano 3PO.
Me with Miss Elizabeth.
That's a good pick.
She signed her.
No, I'm just kidding.
She signed her badge.
She did.
Yeah, you should have asked if you could have that afterwards.
You know, Marcia's become very, very friendly with me. She's just she's a very nice. It's interesting how down to earth she is for being just how important she is. She is actually very down to earth.
Yeah,
and incredibly rich.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's
very wealthy woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
So is she hitting on you? Because if she is, dude, you got her okay. You're good to go.
It didn't happen here, but at the autograph session in February, she did kiss me on the mouth.
Nice.
I remember that. I remember you said that.
Yeah, that actually caused an ongoing rift with my wife. I'm not even joking.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, it was worth it, man.
Yeah, you know all the trials and tribulations he's
But
gone
babe, it's
through.
Marsha Lucas. No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's lineage. You can
Well,
point
that's
to your lips
something
and be like,
I
that's
had in
lineage.
common.
Lineage. Whoops, have lineage.
Great.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, Hector. I know
Yeah.
your pain.
The beginning of that one.
Yeah, look at that fat guy in the middle. Those jeans are tragically skinny.
Yeah, you got to be the
Nice.
DMS. Wow. So, like, yeah, this is so cool.
That's
So I like to say that this is my biggest photo op ever because I'm up there in the top right. I look like Inspector Gadget. In the top right corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. I see.
There he is.
But look at these. Look at this assemblage of people. This is
Incredible.
crazy.
Yeah, some of the actors that played Ewoks in the front, looks like.
Ewoks are in the front.
Is that Rose in the front and the red and the black?
Yeah.
See Jason Eaton in there.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
See him over there on the
Edlund
right-hand
holding
side.
in the front. Howard Kazanjian in the front there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
great.
you can see Jason Eaton because he's always wearing that shirt.
Oh, this guy right here, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's always wearing that. Yeah.
Wow.
Was Adam Savage here too?
That
was.
shit hit me up. Yeah, good luck, Billy. Good luck.
Yeah, I thought he was here as well for this.
Who?
I think he was.
Yeah, Adam Savage from used to be from Mythbusters. Tested now.
Yeah.
He was there. No. Wait. He
But
was
he worked
there
on
for
the prequels, didn't he?
He
Yeah,
was there for the
prequels.
goodbye to 3210 Studios, which is in October. This is May. I don't,
Okay, so
remember, I
different
don't
one.
remember if Adam was in this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He was definitely there in October for the goodbye.
Let's see, Feige. Is that Dennis Marion right there? Let me blow this up.
Yeah, looks like
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's tall.
You can, I was gonna say you can tell it's that head and that height.
Wow.
A lot of legends in one place.
That is
It's
some
crazy.
amazing people that you're amongst there,
Yeah,
Hector.
it looks like the photo in The Shining is what it reminds me of.
There's
Yeah.
Thatcher. You see Thatcher in there too? Thatcher with his hat. Thatcher, right?
Oh,
Isn't it
right
with
there.
his
Oh, yeah, the
Okay,
sailor
Thatcher.
hat.
Oh yeah.
His
Yeah, that's
hat.
him. Right up here. Yeah. In the middle there.
Wow.
10 o'clock.
Oh, Kirk. You're talking about Kirk.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kirk Thatcher, yeah.
It's Thatcher. Yeah, with
Yeah,
his
I
hat.
see him.
He's always got that hat.
He had that on when I got his autograph last year.
Looks like Adam Driver in the top back left corner there with the tie on.
At
Remember
the table.
Adam Driver back there?
Wow.
Up right
Oh,
there,
right here?
right
Yeah.
back where you were. There's Adam Driver. It's not Adam Driver, but still. Go
It
back to
does
where
look
you
like
were. The guy with kind of the teal blue shirt in the middle, right there.
Night,
Good
Rosa.
night, Rosa.
Just in the man of Thatcher.
Woo!
Whoa.
You're computerized now, Joe.
Mm-hmm. You're distorted, and you sound.
You know,
The battery dying on the headset.
oof.
I'm muting him. I muted him.
Sign
Probably
to
need a-
us. Just talk how you feel, and we'll translate.
What do you say,
I need
Hector?
a-
Light blue
Check
shirt.
it out. What was that, Joe? Oh, not Joe. Jeff.
No, Hector was saying something about light blue shirt in the picture.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out John Knoll, who was right above that little balloon that says Kirk Thatcher. Literally
Right
right
above
above
him?
it.
Can't get rid of these things.
Oh, yeah.
There to go.
I see him.
That's the autograph I want. Is John Knoll, because I'm a Photoshop user, like every
Right. Yeah.
So it's like,
Not for ILM or Lucasfilm. I want it for Photoshop.
No,
I get
that
it.
too,
I see how you are.
Photoshop.
This is a great picture, Hector.
Oh, good.
Scott missed a bunch of hi-yahs there.
Oh, I know. There we go. We made it.
There we go. All caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you print this one out and frame it up, Hector?
I have not. I should. I have not.
This is a great one. It's like a class picture, reunion picture. Oops, that's hanging out in a vineyard somewhere.
Yeah, but look at how green that was. That really popped.
Yeah,
that was
I need to,
amazing.
show that one. All right, so talk to that one. This one was a cool one. Steve Galler.
I think it was Adam Savage that said that with him, he was the guy that would walk around to each one of the benches when they were working on stuff. He'd be like, "Oh, what are you working on?" And he was notorious for breaking stuff. That he'd walk to pick something up and the radar would pop off, and it's like, it's not done gluing. He's like, "Oh, sorry, you can fix it." And that was just kind of his thing. Yeah.
All those cases in the back there. Now it's Adam Savage's cave. He did a video on it.
Yeah. He bought or grabbed all those cabinets. That's what I was talking about earlier before you came on, Brian, because you're behind.
This is a bittersweet photo because this facility is now gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Well, it's not gone; it's there, but it's been strip mined, and this is so much history. This is Uptown Model, what they called Uptown Model, and there are several photos of Steve Gawley and the late Ira Keeler working on the DeLorean time machine in this very space, and it might be on that exact table.
Wow. Yeah.
It's interesting to me how these buildings, they're exactly it. That's the room. That's the exact same room.
Mm-hmm.
That might even be the same table.
Wow.
It's amazing to me how these rooms over the decades haven't changed that much.
Well, it's amazing to me that it was like, yeah, get out. We don't want you there anymore. We're going to turn it into medical buildings. That kind of, it's like they've been there for so long. Why can't you just leave it? But I don't know the whole story.
There was a movement to try to get that building accredited as kind of a landmark, to get a landmark status, but it didn't go through.
What's up, Santino? That's a bummer.
Look at that thing. Look at how huge that thing is.
Oh,
it's all
that thing is humongous.
Yeah.
Where would you display that in your room there, Evan?
That would be my room.
In the living room.
You displayed it in my drum.
Does Michael have this one? This size?
Yeah.
His ranch?
Wow.
Evan's like, get your coffee off of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Everybody was so thin in the 70s.
Yeah.
They're all younger too.
When these pictures come up, the question is always, you can take one thing. What would you take? What would you take, Evan?
Oh man,
George's wallet.
Between the Falcon and the Star Destroyer, damn, dude, I'll probably just take that Falcon.
Well, it's interesting is that the Falcon's upside down.
It
right?
is upside
It's a
down.
5-footer. It's upside down.
The guy is because he doesn't collect hero ships. Only villains. Only the
Oh
Empire.
no, but that's nice, dude. It's iconic. If I went into the ILM studios and they're like, you can take something in here, I'm like, oh, I'm taking that Falcon.
I don't know. I mean, that medical frigate that's in the back, the Star Destroyers. This is some tough choices there, man.
I gotta go
Nice.
with the Yoda puppet.
I'm taking the frog right next to it.
I'm going to take the show.
I'm going to think I would take the TIE Interceptor.
TIE Interceptor.
They would take Yoda.
That's cool.
Could
Yeah.
be David Yoda.
I go with Yoda Dubak also. That'd be.
See, I don't got to fight you guys. I got the frog.
Oh, it's gonna
That's
be
right.
the
You can have the frog. Yeah.
With the Rancor head in the back above Yoda. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
TIE pilot. Some tie, some of that.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
R2's in there.
Hey,
right
Rolando.
there, yeah.
Wow, dude.
What's up, Rolando?
If you guys look at the foreground of the shot, if you could hide the comments for a second, Evan, there's a little fleet of
it's
TIE
not me.
fighters there that you can see. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are those, if this was done in Return of the Jedi, are those the ones that were made? Were those the toys?
Those are
they
diecast.
actually used?
I think those are toys, off the shelf toys.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
You know what?
Yeah,
they
not
needed
doing
to
anything in
fill
this room.
they needed
I'm
to
not
fill out the
making
background of some of these shots, and they'd use off the shelf toys.
Yeah. I would just off myself in this room because I could die happy.
I'm done.
The shadow. Yeah.
Spina made this one right
That
here.
Imperial shuttle.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Can you guys hide the comments real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, so Spina made this sucker right here, this concept Java.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I remember when it first came out, it got so much
That's
hate.
one of the things I bought. I've got this.
Oh, there you go, Hector.
Yep, I love that piece.
Crazy is
That's one of my all-time favorite maquettes. Yep.
Yeah, they were trying to get rid of that for a while, and I didn't jump on it.
Nicely
and I
done,
wish I
Tom.
did. Dude, that thing goes for like $1,000 now, or people asking $1,000 for it.
Yeah, you know what's funny is people were hating on it, dude. I got so much hate when I posted the video on it a couple years ago, and now people are asking me if I can sell it. I'm like, I'm not selling this to you.
Wait. People are paying $1,000 for it? I'm not
People
that married.
asking $1,000, yeah.
Do you guys know what the thing is next to it?
Next to the.
I love that. I love that
To the
everyone's
left?
chiming in. I love that everyone in the chat's chiming in.
Yeah.
What they would take.
Is that a gammy?
Exactly.
It's a concept Ewok.
This
Oh,
one,
no.
Yeah.
this one.
Out to the
Oh,
left,
that one,
yeah.
wow.
Much more
wow,
formidable.
That's cool.
Yeah, wait
Yeah.
for Tom to make one of those.
I started to make one. I have the head.
I love
That's
the
cool,
if you scroll up a little bit, Evan, or whoever's running it,
That's me.
the ion cannon next to Steve there.
That's a
Oh,
tough
yeah.
one
Right
because
there.
they've been trying to figure out the greeblies that were on the front of it
Yeah.
because they got eaten away by the baking soda and things they use
Oh,
for
man.
snow.
Oh man.
So at that time, you
Oh,
would have been
wow.
able to figure out what it is.
I can't believe nobody wanted to take the creepy Han Solo mask that's right there to the right of it.
Yeah, down there.
No, that's the head from the thing when it pops off the guy's body.
The Rancor right there. That's dope.
You can see a
So that's because
game
David
board
was
right
like the
next to the
Tauntaun
back
stop
there.
motion.
Again,
What was
I'm
that,
waiting
Hector?
for this one right here. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for Spina to come out with that one.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to come up with all these little maquettes.
I love the frog creature. Joel's right. That one's. I can't wait for that maquette.
Dude, I'm running with that.
Dude, I want to go. I'll buy
Didn't
that.
you make this for Disney, Joe? Jason? JSO?
Yeah, we made those little guys and their tanks for the Galaxy's Edge.
There's Yoda.
Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
yeah, no big deal. We made those. Yeah, you know.
Yep.
Gosh.
Guys,
I like the calamari ships. So
They are cool.
I like
They're
everything
bubbly
that's in there. You know?
Yeah, those ships are great, Jeff.
I'm going to find a file for you, man. I know you kind of want one.
I do. I want one in the scale of the frigate because
The colors are really nice. They clash really well.
I'd take his plaid shirt.
That one right there. Okay, so let's see. Who's up next? It's
David.
Oh, yeah, this one's a good one. Dennis
Look at that one.
Murin.
Sure, yeah.
There,
wow.
There's
a tall
that shirt
dude.
again. Hector, have you watched that thing in the last year?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I put it in a shadow box. Call it done.
That is,
Yeah.
This is
You're right.
becoming very embarrassing. My Levi shirt has been
Dude,
very.
it's been around so many legends though from Star
Well,
Wars.
what you need to do is you need to get all these people to sign your shirt, then put it in the shadow box.
there you go.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
jersey,
this,
man.
this shirt keeps showing up in the rotation. I got to stop that.
I'd keep it going.
This was in August, middle of August.
It's your lucky shirt, man.
Yeah,
Dennis is really cool now. I don't know how many signings I've done with him in the last 11, 12 years, but it's quite a few now. At the very beginning, he was very, very reserved 10 some years ago. And now he's incredibly chatty, wants to, he talks a lot, tells a lot of stories. Really just lovely now.
That's awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that you have the opportunity for and have kind of done, Hector, which is so cool, is that you almost create like an interview with them while they're signing.
I try to, the reason I do that, yes, I do that. The reason I do that is to keep them engaged so that they're not bored, because the process of actually autographing can become rote and repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you get them to tell stories, it keeps them engaged and not bored. And so the next time they're like, I had a nice time, I'll do it again. So that's what I try to do it. It can backfire because some people they can't divide the writing with their brain, and sometimes they'll start reading what they're saying. So
Try out the ink on the pin.
That's my favorite video of the one where Phil's like he's talking and he's moving around and stuff, and then Hector's like, "Okay,
That's
give me that back."
scary because Phil will start talking and lean back in his chair with a pen like this, and I know that ink is going back inside the reservoir.
Oh,
and I know that this book is going to be dead.
I have a couple of those signings. So this is from Regal Robot, and Tom said the same thing that if I can get it to dry it out.
Yeah,
look at that.
You got it.
Yeah, but that's authentic.
Oh yeah, it's a good story behind it too, right?
The other thing with Phil Tippett is he sweats profusely, so I have many items that he is just plops of dripping sweat that'll ruin autographs.
Oh man,
Wow.
Yeah.
Some people would probably like that, but yeah, I would think most wouldn't.
I know. I remember the video, Hector, where you did the video with him, and you can see him. He sits back with the pen, and you're like, "Give me the pen, give me the pen." Like he's like.
Thank you, Pat Svang. You don't have to be jealous of me. I am an insecure, overweight, 50-year-old Mexican guy. There's nothing to be jealous of. Oh yeah, look at this one.
Oh man, we got into that. That's looking good.
How cool is that?
Good angle. Love that stuff.
So what story is this one, Hector?
Yeah. Do you own that? Do you get
admiring the copies? Let's all take a moment to take that in.
I bet that pinched places that you didn't even know it would pinch.
Yeah, it did.
I know. That's why I got rid of mine.
This is in the Middle East. This is in Jordan.
What? Really?
Yeah, in Amman. When the Rogue One premiere happened in December of 2016, I was invited along with Lauren Peterson and Sandy Duvetter back. You can see Sandy in the back with the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
She worked on the original Boba Fett costume.
Mama Fett.
We were invited to the Jordanian premiere of Rogue One. And I've never trooped before. This is the only time I ever did. I would never fit inside a Stormtrooper outfit now. There'd be more black than white.
Rivets would start popping. Yeah, that's what I say.
And imagine, we are on location. They want to take a photo of me in the Stormtrooper outfit. And I was there with another friend named Rich Appenzeller. We trooped. And I needed a little bit of maintenance. And who better than Lauren Peterson to tidy up your costume?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is.
He's like, no, this is how it's supposed to look.
Dude, this is iconic right here. This is something else I would have framed in my house.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Sandy's one. So Hector, Sandy's one that I need on my Boba Fett.
Oh, we'll definitely do a signing with there you go. Beep beep Scott. I said signing.
Sorry. Yeah. I was zooming in and looking at how young you look here.
Look at how young I look. No beard.
Yeah.
This is 2016, 7 years ago.
Oh,
8
wow.
years ago. This is at the Royal Jordanian Automobile Museum.
Look at that crew.
We got a tour of my
Yeah,
places in Amman, Jordan.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That looks great.
A lot of greatness here.
Mm-hmm.
And a wine tasting. Even though I don't drink, I went to a wine tasting.
Hang out with Lauren.
Wow,
What a
dude.
fun deal.
Who would you say out of all the original ILM'ers, would you say you're probably the closest to, and that you're definitely you're really good friends?
Of the original ILM'ers?
Yeah.
Well, I try to make a very clear distinction. I've become friendly with a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say that I'm friends with them. To me, friendship indicates that, you call each other, you're, hey, what you doing? That kind of thing. Friends, like a real friend. John Berg has become a good friend, but I don't see him very often. So
Okay. Well, how about who do you feel closest to? You guys just click. It's just great. It's a great relationship. Whether if you don't talk for a couple years or whatever, who would you say? John Berg was one. Yeah.
John Berg is
Don
definitely
Beast,
one.
huh?
Mickey Herman, Randy Ottenberg. Randy Ottenberg, definitely. Nelson Hall. Well, no, he's not original. Don Bees is.
Well, that's okay. And any of the ILM'ers at this point.
Don Bees and Nelson Hall. Don, I consider a dear friend, a true dear friend, and I would do anything
awesome.
for him.
Yeah, because I always see him, leaving you comments. He's always active with you. So.
I would consider him a friend, and the one that I wouldn't make any kind of qualifications about the friendship. He's a friend first now.
The thing I guess that I was trying to point on is that you're doing this because you enjoy it, because you wanted to get involved with it and get the autographs and do all this other stuff and create good relationships, right? But mostly business.
Absolutely.
The bonus
to me,
is getting the friendships out of it and the buddies and people that recognize you, and that is the ultimate awesome reward, is to gain any kind of friendship with anybody.
I never take it for granted that I've been invited into their inner circle, and I never ever feel like I am one of them. I always am very aware. They don't make me feel this way, but I am very much telling myself I am here and I'm the eyes and ears of the fan community, and I'm going to bring back the stories and the photos as much as I can, because it works two ways. One, you guys get to see what event was going on, but I'm also very, very clear in the photos. It's here's who you're looking at in the photo, here's why they're significant, and I'm always championing who they are. So it's just always a privilege to be in their space.
Yeah,
absolutely. I just think it's cool that not only you get to do this, but then you get the bonus of it, of really getting to know these people and these people becoming friends. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it is absolutely very much a very nice perk and a privilege.
That's awesome.
So where are we at here?
This is also at 3210 Studios.
There goes
This is one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. This is insane to me.
Wow.
I can't even believe the people that are in this photo. The photo was taken by Don Bees, and then from left to right is John Berg, Lauren Peterson, Joe Johnston, Ben Burtt, and Dennis Mirren.
You forgot the guy in the red.
Oh, the guy in the red? Yeah, that's
Hector X Cruz. Superstar.
Hector X Cruz.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That's a great
what
picture,
an honor.
man. That is
honor.
cool, yeah. That better be framed somewhere in your house.
You know what? I have not framed it. Here's why. Because I do want to get this one autographed by folks in the photos. So I actually have an autograph session with Ben Burtt next Saturday.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
You should make a copy of this picture and then have the people that are not in this picture sign it. To totally just confuse somebody. To be like, what? Why is That's cool. No, Ben, big hero. Sound design, oh my gosh.
And every Star Wars sound you can imagine in the original trilogy is pretty much him.
You think about it, the perfect storm, right, of everybody between Joe Johnston and that crew, Lauren Pearson, all them, then the sound and George's vision, and it was the perfect storm of all the right people. Because if one of those was off, like the music wasn't good or the models were pristine or anything like it, something wouldn't be right. And you'd be like, oh, it was a cool movie, but yeah, whatever. I just think it was a miracle that it happened, and thank God it did in my lifetime. That's all I got to say.
Well, and you think about maybe it being a product of its time, right? The 70s, where things were a little kind of downtrodden and battered and beaten. Mm-hmm. And if you'd been in a different decade, you might not have got that product. It might not have been the same outlook or perspective, how people rendered their models or how they did their matte painting. So it's just the perfect combination. It's a perfect storm, like you said.
Perfect storm, yeah. Because you take one of those things out, like you use Kurt Russell as Han Solo, or anything that was out of it. It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work.
It was a beautiful amalgam. Everything came together beautifully. Think about the with Ben Burtt in particular, the other guys, the model makers, the people working at Industrial Light Magic. That was a pretty large team that carrying the load. Mm-hmm. But with Ben, he was single-handedly shouldering the onus of the entire sound design for those three films. And I can't think of a single sound where he went wrong. He nailed it. From the sound of a tauntaun, the sound of a wampa, the sound of the Millennium Falcon's
the lightsaber. Engine. The first time you heard a lightsaber, it's like
or a blaster.
Yeah,
blasters. He never got it wrong. The guy is a master at his craft.
Yeah,
and we've all benefited from it. The sound design of Star Wars to this day, all the new films rests on his shoulders.
Yeah,
and the real genius of it is you never questioned it or thought it sounded out of place. It just
worked.
Mm-hmm. So exactly, it lent a credibility to everything on screen. The lightsaber visually looks amazing, but I think it gets its teeth.
Oh yeah,
because
sound.
That sound to me is the power. That to me is what told me this is a really, really dangerous weapon.
This is a dangerous weapon.
Well, and then he knew it needed to have a motion sound. You know what I mean? If that wasn't there, it was just like, nah.
Yeah,
you'd be like, okay, whatever.
Going to be a cadence and a kind of a syncopation to the sound. Incredible.
And even this, Chewbacca and R2. So like R2 was done on a ARP 2600 with a little bit of the vocoder involved to create that. I mean, who would have thought that's what a robot's supposed to sound like, right?
Yeah. Now, admittedly, he did have people working with him. He had Randy Tom, he had Gary Summers on Return of the Jedi. But truly, when we talk about the sound vocabulary of Star Wars, it's Ben Burtt.
Yeah, agreed.
I love the way these guys are dressed. They're so down to earth.
They are. They really are. They don't
cool. Especially that guy in the sweater. But yeah.
It's so awesome.
You can tell none of these guys have style.
Yeah, it's so down to earth.
Wow. Just crazy.
Oh, this is modern day Star Wars. This is Chris Bartlett.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
He plays
the droid guy.
3POs and he does Zero.
I have a Zero made for him that I got to meet him yet. He had to cancel the last time I was going to meet him.
He seemed like a really cool guy. He was on this what's the show? Sithcast. They had him on as a guest, and I was fascinated and really cool. He's still excited to be part of Star Wars.
He loves it.
He's very cool. I've known him since before he started doing the shows. He was trooping as 3PO, but well before that. And he's always been imperially thin, and he's got to keep that way to stay in the costume.
Yeah,
but I think he does the legacy of 3PO proud.
Mm-hmm. I could pull off Jabba the Hutt, and that's about it.
This is my good friend, Tim Greenwood. He worked. He's known as TG. He worked during kind of the latter days of Industrial Light and Magic in the '90s. He was a projectionist there. Just a lovely man. Just a fixture at ILM. Oh, there is. These are the guys that have designed Star Wars. It's Joe Johnston, Doug Chang, and Christian Alsman. By the way, that is how Joe smiles. That's a Joe smile.
He's looking at you like he's getting ready to take you out.
Yes, he looks like he's going to murder you. That means he likes you. Yep.
That's awesome.
That's funny. What's up, TK Magic Shop?
Hey, TK.
Magic Shop.
Hey.
I wish they'd give Joe a movie. Give him the next movie.
There's Don and Pete Vilmer, who works at Lucasfilm right now to this day.
I agree with you, Dubak.
This is modern day department, if I'm not mistaken. That's Doug Chang, Christian Alsman, Tech Fujimoto, if I'm not mistaken. Not Tech Fujimoto, that's wrong. Aaron. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank.
So this was the part of the show where Hector was like, "Yeah, just get in there. I'll take your picture."
They did ask me to take the photo. I don't know. These are modern day guys, so I don't know them as well as the originals.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah,
it's still cool.
Generations, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's Judy Elkins, Return of the Jedi model maker.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She worked on Yak Face, her most famous kind of contribution.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And that lady on the right is named Jenny Osmowitz. Her brother is Frank Oz.
Oh, wow.
She worked at on Empire as a production assistant, if I'm not mistaken.
Does she do any voices? Does she do any voices?
No, she doesn't do any voices. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she's on screen in Raiders of the Lost Ark when Harrison is boarding the seaplane at the beginning of the film when he's leaving to Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
And Dennis Muren follows him on. There's some ladies speaking on the dock that she's on screen.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's so cool. Yeah, right.
I like how they're all drinking Modelos. Modelo Negro.
I mean, I'm blown away just to be in that building, where Empire and On has happened there and many other films, but then to be surrounded by all these people. Yeah, I think we're all in awe, Hector, of just going, wow. That's just absolutely
thank you very much. I took this photo, and again, it's more about bringing these folks and making sure they're not forgotten. Kim Smith kneeling in the foreground, Nelson Hall, Don Bees, Larry Tan next to Don in the back. Eben Stromquist all the way in the back in the green hat. Wow. Peggy Roster in the kind of pink pants in the front. She worked on the prequel films. John Goodson, third from the left. He's working on the current Mandalorian series.
Yes, he's been doing all the model stuff. Yep. Yep. Wow, he did the Ahsoka ship. That's him.
He did.
Razor Crest. Yep.
Wow. Just designs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's impressive about his models is, particularly the newer ones like the Ahsoka ship, not only are they physical models that can be photographed, they're functional. The wings move correctly. It's pretty impressive. He's one of the... I've asked other model makers who's the most talented model maker you've ever seen. He's one of the most frequently cited by both veteran and current model makers as the most talented pound for pound model maker.
Nice.
Awesome.
This is Erica Summers and Randy Ottenberg. Randy was a Return of the Jedi model maker. Death Star 2.
Wow.
Things are getting a little wild there. Real cane sugar in that Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
We can. I love talking about this, but just in the interest of time, why don't we just?
You're good, man.
You want to talk about maybe the
Still got another hour.
some of the other things like the museum and other things like that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Whatever you want to talk about.
How is this, Hector? When was this event?
Pardon?
I don't know. I think he has a delay. Let me see. I think I had this one queued up real quick. It's just
let's talk about this one. This is great. So this is one of my favorite things to do, and it's getting harder and harder to do because of how many people have done autograph sessions with me and my group. But finding original ILM'ers to do these things with is getting harder and harder. And I found David Robman, who was an original ILM'er, visual effects cameraman, and he signed for us in October. Very nice guy, very amazing stories, and just one of those, because you have such outsized names like Dennis Mirren and Phil Tippett, some of these other people kind of get overshadowed, or they're not as famous as the big names, but were there just as long, worked the long hours, and he shot a lot of the models, and he shot the Jawa Sandcrawler matte paintings, the Millennium Falcon matte paintings, worked on X-Wings, worked on the Trench Run. Just amazing stories from people he lives in the Midwest. He doesn't even live in California or the East Coast. It's just incredible where you find some of these folks.
Because he's smart, but yeah.
Found peace outside of Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cost of living is crazy out there nowadays. Okay, so we're almost to the final ones.
This is
how tall is your son? He's 8 foot what? 8 foot something?
My son is 6'8".
Dang. He's Vader
Evan,
height.
what are you? 6'9"?
6'1".
Oh.
6'9". No. But no, your son is Vader height. He could totally pull up that.
He could totally do Vader.
Mexican guy. Yeah, he's big. That's Ed Hirsch, model maker.
Yes.
I'm sorry, stage support on Empire and Jedi, and worked at Industrial Light Magic for decades.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? One fun story. If you go back to Ed for a second.
Sure.
One fun story that I learned from Ed. I've done several signings with him, but I never heard this story. Ed posed for Ralph McQuarrie, who took photos of him, and Ed became the model for all the Hebrews that are being killed by the Ark of the Covenant and the painting that Indy shows.
No way.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So he is the model. When you look at him, he's actually the person that was painted. Yeah, like falling and being contorted by the rays of the light.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
It's just such a fun story, and I can't believe it's never been told. It's just stunning.
Well, that's what's cool too, Hector. Is like when you go back each time and like they refigure out like, oh, what about this story or this little thing? Or
I wish I could cue it up. I have no idea where it is. But it's on my phone somewhere. But he's actually. Let me see if I can show you. He was actually photographed
Hector, have you ever thought about writing all these stories down that you've heard?
I have written them down and I have documented them. A lot of people have asked me about writing a book. I don't know yet. I do want to tell these stories. I don't know what format that'll take.
You know what? It could be. I'm sorry to interrupt, Hector, but it could be as simple as just if you don't have a YouTube channel, you might want to think about doing it, and then just do little clips, little snips of going back to these stories. Some way to record it and memoir it.
I agree.
Just a thought.
Hey, Eben, who can I send the photo to of Ed posing?
Well, you can post it if you have it on your phone. You could try it here because I got you blown up, or you could send it to.
Or you can just send it to me. I can grab it real quick.
Here, I will send it to Eben.
You can send it to me on Facebook.
I'm gonna message you on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's worth saying because it's so much fun.
Where does Hirsch live? California?
Ed is in California in the Bay Area. Yeah. I just sent it to you, Evan.
Got it. Oh, this is cool.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Isn't that great?
That's awesome.
That's
Ed.
Ed.
Do what? Yeah, just stay like that. Yeah.
Did he just pull it out? He just like pulls the picture out. And he's like, "Hey, check this
I
out."
asked him if he had. I always ask them, "Do you have any photos that no one's ever seen, or any kind of materials or documents?" And he had he had this just Manila folders sitting in a junk drawer. This stuff to me is priceless. This to me is incredible film history, and it's just sitting in a Manila folder in someone's in the Bay Area, collecting mildew. It's surprising where some of these things are.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can totally write
Paul Hirsch, the film editor.
Yes.
His Academy Award for Star Wars has, because he lives by the ocean, by the Pacific Ocean, it's begun to oxidize from the salt in the air.
Oh.
So it's just funny to me that these physical artifacts that we would value so much, to them it's just another paperweight.
He's just like, whatever,
Well, they lived it,
Yeah, that's true.
Be a different story.
So the last picks in the queue here.
Oh yeah, man, you found a lot of stuff, man.
Oh yeah, I do my research when we have some VIP guests on the show.
See, he looks happier there. He does. He
looks a little bit happier there.
Doesn't look like he wants to kill you. Yeah, he looks like he's
right. That's Joe and I. We did an autograph session at the ranch in September of 2022.
It's like finally this guy changed his shirt.
I did finally change my shirt. Yeah.
Well, maybe he didn't recognize you. That you got to remember. Some people remember you by certain things like that, like a shirt color.
That's true. It's like my Steve Jobs, my outfit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
These are awesome.
This is actually a good segue to talk about springboard into a couple of things, because it's been through Joe primarily. Joe Johnston is famously a curmudgeon, kind of a death stare, very, kind of a difficult person to get to know. And I'm not saying that I know him. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
But breaking through that has been very difficult. My first session with him was probably, I want to say 2012 or 2013, and always kept me kind of at arm's length. Mm-hmm. And I don't know him very well at all. And at the time, certainly not. And you always feel like he wants to kill you. Like you're like, every time I've signed with him, he, aside from Marsha, he's the man who gets the most money from signings.
Right.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Signing.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. No, I was looking. Yeah, I'm listening, but I was kind of like daydreaming.
Anyway,
so I apologize.
At the time, I always felt uneasy, even though he was getting a lot of money. It was certainly, I wasn't a charity. He's getting paid, so he signs very nicely. But over the years, I still never felt like I was making any progress in getting him to feel comfortable with me, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until I did the first in memoriam film for the 2017 40th anniversary of the original Star Wars. I sent it to Rose Degnan, who had asked me to put it together. And I didn't know that she was going to show it to Joe. And I'm flying out to California for the event, and I get an email from Joe saying, I just watched the In Memoriam. It was absolutely beautiful. Thank you for doing that. And that's when it started to kind of thaw, and he started to be nicer to me.
Well, he started to realize that you're not just out for
you're
legit this and that.
Exactly. And ever since then, it's been really, really cool. And then the last couple of years, he's asked me for help on certain projects. And now the first project I did with him was a year or two ago. I worked with Imagine Documentaries for Light and Magic, a documentary on Disney Plus. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Yeah, which stands for ILM.
I've watched it like 6 times.
Yeah, I watched it again and again. Mm-hmm.
So he asked me to provide as many still photographs as I could. So I worked with the team, and it wasn't just providing the photographs. It was providing historical context. What's in the photos? What are they doing? Who are the people in the photos? Identifying them, getting their names spelled correctly. So I did all of that with the team. And I've now been invited back to work on season 2. Season 1 was directed by Lawrence Kasdan.
Yeah.
Season 2 is being directed by Joe Johnston himself.
Oh, nice. I want to know more about the slip and slide in the hot tub they had out in Bangladesh.
I bet you do.
Season 2 is going to focus on the era after the original trilogy up until the mid-2000s when ILM left San Rafael and moved to the Presidio in the Bay Area in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And is actually going to cover as well the closure of 3210 Studios. So he asked me to provide photos from that era, which I do also have. And I sent him this week the first wave of 400 photos. And so I'm excited to see the second season. I'm doing the same amount of work. I know a lot of photos.
It's probably been the one series among anything that I revisit the most on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I've
it's great to have in the background. It's very inspirational.
It's fantastic. Yep.
I'm doing that just to plug the show. I want you guys to see it, not just because I'm working on it. I also helped him with a Joe Johnston documentary. It's about him. He didn't do it. PBS is putting it together. I don't know when that's going to air. I provided them all the photos of his career, Star Wars and otherwise.
100%.
And I don't know when that's going to air, though. I'll let you know when I hear about it.
Yeah.
But that also all segued into the Lucasfilm Museum of Narrative Art. They're putting exhibits together. I don't know what they're all going to be yet, but they're asking me to provide photos of some of the exhibits that are being put together, some of the models that are being put on display, who worked on the models. Do we have any photos of people working on the models? Just all kind of the collateral material that's going to go with things, all the exhibits and the assets that are going to be on display. So it's been a real honor and a privilege to take what started as autograph sessions and getting involved on a much deeper level on what we're all ultimately going to see as fans if we step through the doors of the museum.
That's a true testament to your hard work, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Hector, so a lot of these photos that you're providing for them, you've amassed an archive. And is this just from your relationships that you've built with all of these ILM'ers over this time that you've amassed all this collection of photos? Like you were talking before, here's someone that thinks this photo's a paperweight, and then everyone else is like, oh my God, this is something we've never seen before. And you're kind of like for the collective
liaison
Star Wars fans, you're the guy, and you're probably looking at that going, okay, this is something that needs to be saved, and if it's just something that you built up through your relationships.
Yes, a lot of it has been that way. It didn't like just the autographs themselves. I never ever would have envisioned that me amassing these photos would ever lead to anything other than the autograph things themselves. I certainly never envisioned them being the backbone of documentaries or anything else. I think, and I don't want to get too mired in negativity, but I think what the current regime at Lucasfilm under the new ownership with Disney, they don't have the sense of history and institutional knowledge that was there before. There used to be a stills there used to be a stills department for stills photography with a dedicated archivist. Her name was Mary Sill. She retired, and now there is nobody for that. I'm often asked by people currently at Lucasfilm, hey, who's this in this photo? Who's this, for some of their StarWars.com articles? And it's surprising to me that history is not there. that there isn't, that every single photo doesn't have extensive metadata saying, here's what's happening, here's who in it, here's the date, here's the still photographer. That doesn't exist. It just isn't there.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've built up these photos for signing purposes, but prior to that, I was collecting photos all the way from the 90s just for myself because I loved Star Wars. It's like, oh, that's a cool photo. I'll keep that. Now I have several terabytes worth of hard drives and in the cloud for these photos that are first and foremost for my autograph sessions with my group, but that also serve this extra purpose of I've become this
the archive
custodian and archivist and curator for ILM. It's completely unofficial. I don't work for anybody. I don't get a salary. I just happen to have become this repository for all these photographs.
You're the Bible for the behind-the-scenes Star Wars.
I think so. Yeah, and I don't. There's no.
That's awesome, man.
I like to think that.
I would think that. That's where I'm at.
What's for you, Joel?
You think about how they're not doing that when it's never been easier than it is now to organize.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we've got the tools and technology to archive this stuff easier than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
Dropbox. Dropbox.
Dropbox.
That's funny.
Yeah. Somewhat
Frank, you just got that one watching Joker or something. I don't know.
So do you work with Pablo Hidalgo at all on any of this work?
Pablo at all? No. With the museum, it's with Joe Johnston directly.
Oh,
and,
wow.
A lady named Layla French, who used to be the archivist at Skywalker Ranch up until recently. Now she works for the museum. I actually don't know who the archivist is at the ranch right now at all. I don't know if there is an archivist. But with Lucasfilm documentaries, I'm sorry, for the Light and Magic documentaries, it's with Joe from the directing side. He's directing it. But the production side is Imagine Documentaries. It's a sub company of Ron Howard's Imagine Entertainment. So they have a documentary group. They're the ones that produce it. They're on the East Coast. So I dialogue with Nicole Pusateri on the Imagine side and Joe on the Lucasfilms or directing side.
Wow.
Very cool. It's a big project.
Mm-hmm.
It is a big project. I don't get a lot of sleep.
Oh man, yeah. Between your day job
Yeah.
and this.
By the way, this is all my hobby. Just like you, all of this is my hobby. My work, I still have a day job. I've got a family. So yeah, there's only so many hours in the day. I got to make them stretch.
I know. And
3 hours of sleep.
And I think people don't understand that, So you guys in the chat watching and you buy stuff from Hector, this is what he does. He's working multiple projects for us and he has a day job.
Well, I thank you, Hector, for some of the Grail signatures that I've gotten. So thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for participating. Again, I can't do any of this without you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are as passionate about these people as I am. Because this has a finite shelf life. There's going to come a point where I can't do any more. Yeah. Because people can't, or they're all gone. So this is kind of a golden era, and to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, for a lot of us, I mean, the whole Star Wars thing, it's been in our blood since we were very young. It changed everything. It changed a lot, and it's like to have a little bit more, one more piece that was part of it. Whether if that's a signature or an actual piece or something like that. It just brings you closer to one of your first loves. And I'll say that because at 7 years old, everything changed for me. So I would class it as, a first love. And it's like to get a little bit closer, and for people like you and what you're doing, especially with what you're doing with archiving, but getting into these and offering this service is awesome. It's amazing that we can get a little bit closer. So thank you, Hector. Appreciate you.
You're absolutely welcome. I always try to think of, if I'm a fan, if I were participating, what would I want to see? I'd want to see photos. I'd want to see my item getting signed if possible. I'd want to get stories. So I'm always thinking of it in those terms. And I appreciate hearing from you guys. Like I said, I really kind of get the blinders on and stay in my little world. But when I see you guys on the panel, I see the backgrounds of where you live, and I see all these fans that are chiming in from all parts of the world. You're like, holy cow, this This is so much bigger, and it does really reignite the passion and light the flames again. So thank you for having me. It's always been so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
man, we love it when you come here.
If my house is on fire, some of them signatures are coming with me first, man.
Heck, yeah.
Well, you have to have a workout first for that book you have. So
The
I worked out.
Gods. Yeah.
well, think about all those books that Hector had to move with Phil Tippett.
Oh, I
Remember
know.
the Phil Tippett book, the magic book.
Yeah, I got one of those.
I did a signing with Phil a year or two ago. I offered to get his book signed. Monsters, I can't remember the name of the book, but Monsters Mayhem. Was it from Monsters to Madness?
Dreams and Monsters.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a great book. Yeah.
It's a great book, but each book weighs what, 9 pounds?
Yeah. 20 something pounds. Yeah, they're heavy.
I think I took 15 books. I took 15 books. That was the worst decision I've ever made, because I had to take 3 suitcases because I had to spread the weight out, and I still paid luggage overage fees, I think. And it was to San Francisco and back. I think all told, it was like $800 in extra luggage fees because of the weight of those books.
Oh my God.
I'll chalk one up as I owe you because I'm one of those 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flex. Hector, don't forget
I've done signing. I've done a session with Colin Michael Kitchens. Colin was an assistant editor on the original Star Wars film. On the original trilogy, he helped. He wasn't a main editor; he was an assistant, but he also was a voice. His voice is in the film. He's the stormtrooper who says, "Look, sir, droids." That's his voice.
Oh, nice.
He's also the voice of the shuttle pilot at the beginning of Return of the Jedi, who says, requesting code. I don't remember the line, but it's requesting deactivation of the energy shield when Darth Vader arrives at the Death Star.
Yeah.
At the beginning of Return of the Jedi. That's his line. So I've done signings with him. I'll do another one soon. Absolutely.
Oh, very cool.
Be like pina coladas and tacos.
Nice. Oh, so thanks, Hector, for sharing those stories.
Yes.
So we talked about.
Thank you all for having me. You guys are
absolutely.
You guys rock. I love being part of it.
Thank you for everything you're doing, man. Because I think we've all kind of touched on it, but there's something special about that original series, and it's going to be something that, as people move on in life and become one with the living force, it's important to chronicle this stuff, right? I mean, it means something, and it's going to be something that's never repeated in our lifetime or the next generation's lifetime. So it's important.
I think I can't remember which one of you was saying it. That perfect storm of what came together to make that original trilogy magic.
Yeah,
everyone
magic.
Firing on all cylinders from all these different disciplines. Think about it. There was no motion control camera equipment. They had to invent that in a time before the internet, in a time before there was no roadmap. John Dykstra and his team figured out how to make a camera that could repeat the same moves over and over, so they could do multiple passes of different elements.
Oh, that changed everything. That changed
Phil
everything.
Tippett designed the Rancor. We love the Rancor. Phil Tippett designs the Tauntaun. We all love the Tauntaun. But then if Ben Burtt doesn't get the Tauntaun sound right, it falls apart. Look at that.
Yeah, or if there was no motion blur. If there was no motion blur, it would look all choppy and bad.
Thank you, Hector.
Absolutely. You're very welcome, man. I remember that.
You got a couple signatures.
Such
on
an honor. Yep.
Nice.
Dennis Murin in.
That's awesome, dude.
That's really
It's
cool.
an honor.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to be here. Thank you for thinking of me. I really appreciate it.
No, appreciate you.
And me and my Levi shirt will be back anytime you ask.
You better wear that shirt next time.
That's right. Yeah.
I owe Jeff
I'm
a
looking-
thank you for that too.
I'm looking forward to that Falcon project. That thing is badass, man.
Thank you very much. So some of you guys are participating in a Millennium Falcon project I've got going. I think there's like 6-7 signatures on it now.
Wow.
As I just want to reiterate, that one's a marathon. That's going to take a couple years. But when it's done, you're going to have a piece that you're never going to want to get rid of. We're already losing people,
Yeah.
So you guys
I'm
be
looking
happy.
forward to that. That's an awesome thing you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So
Levi's shirt is a trademark. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I'll look at it that way. I'll look at it that way.
Yeah.
So Hector, you're feel free to hang out with us. We're going to go over the community updates. So that this part of the show
I will hang out with you. I will. I'm going to be like that guest on a talk show that has to move over one seat.
but now you're part of the panel, so you can say you like it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the part of the show where we kind of turn it over to our audience. This is their time to show us what they've gotten recently or whatever, or what they're proud of. Yeah. So it turns into their show. Yeah, which is really cool.
So this is Ash. She's one of our newest members. She picked up all these Phantom Menace figures.
Oh wow!
Hey, Evan, these are awesome. Real quick, I did find the ones Ash was looking for. So Ash DM me. We can work something out. I have the figures that you wanted from this series.
Dope. What was that, Jeff?
No, so I do have to run because I got to check on the wife and everything.
Have a good night, man.
But
all right, brother.
I appreciate it, Hector, coming on. Always a pleasure. So.
Yep.
Thank you, Jeff. My best to your wife. Hope she's better.
All right. Yeah.
Wish her a speedy recovery, man.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, brother.
Later.
See you, Jeff.
Good night.
Later, dude. So yeah, she's collecting a bunch of figures. That's awesome.
Cards are in good shape too.
Yep.
I remember getting those at Toys R Us at midnight.
Like a midnight thing.
I ran down the aisles for that shit.
Yeah. They had bins of them.
That's so cool.
I bought all sorts of Jar Jar Binks. What an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
So, Nomad, he got the Hasbro little diorama here.
Yeah, the whole job. That's cool. That's really cool.
Huge.
That looks freaking awesome. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Big.
Hey, is that a...
Yeah, it is a monkey lizard.
Monkey lizard, yeah.
That's being cooked.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't even know that.
That thing is going to be like a dried chicken leg.
I didn't even know they made this until he posted this. I was like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, it's a Hasbro.
But it does make you wonder what they taste like right after they're cooked.
Like charcoal. Everything else.
Our buddy Diana out in Portugal, she got her first TIE Fighter piece. Nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
Very good. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Go Diana.
Go Diana. Michael got his NYC Greedo.
That's awesome.
If you guys haven't seen this in person, it's amazing, this piece. God.
And the art print that comes with it, I got to get that.
The David Bedreau art print.
Hey,
yeah.
This is Hector. Does NYC stand for anything?
I don't think
Michael,
so.
I think it's his initials. Michael something.
Whatever. No.
So it's a person? It's a person?
Michael's last name is Messiat, so it's not his initials.
It's got to stand for something. We got to ask him.
Yeah.
Now we
wait. So all of those NYC sculptures are done by one person?
No, it's him and someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It's two people. Okay. And then they send it out to a factory to do it. So he does the sculpting and someone else helps with
still cool though.
Thing. Yeah.
So it might be Michael and then the other person's first name and then China.
No, it's just something he did, yeah. So like George says right there, it's a nickname, yeah.
It's a nickname. Thank you, George.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, buddy.
You can ask Joel when we were at MegaCon, because I'll forget.
Yeah, there you go. Man,
hey, really dumb question. I might be going to Pensacon in Florida.
No way.
February. I might be going. Where would I fly into for that?
Pensacola or
Pensacola have an airport?
Pensacola or Pensacola probably be the easiest one. Yeah, you have to take a smaller flight to get in because you can do Fort Walton Beach, but that's going to be a little drive. And Fort Walton only has a couple flights a day.
That was funny, Sergio.
So yeah.
Make you cry sculptures. That's what it stands for.
But that part of the country has like a lot of little small municipal airports, part of Florida. So wherever you go, you're gonna have to take a little connecting flight somewhere. So you can go to Pensacola, Fort Walton. Those will probably be the closest ones. I wouldn't recommend going anywhere else
Don't worry if there's duct tape around the wings.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I see. Okay, got it.
It's MyC Sculptures.
We've always said MYC, so yeah. Every time I see the price, I cry a little.
All right, so
and they're good prices, so yeah.
Oh, you're full of jokes today.
So what is this, like a custom figure?
Yeah, it's close.
Can I ask a question that might be taboo?
Go ahead.
How do they get around licensing and things like that? And
they're not making a lot. They make very
if you
low
don't
numbers.
do massive quantities.
It's fan produced art.
Yeah.
For fans, by fans.
He doesn't produce that many to get on the radar.
Yeah, if you do massive quantities, then you're in trouble.
I see.
Or dollar value.
Hey, Joel.
Yo.
With this record, what would you rank him with the other Hot Toy Bad Batch?
Let's see. Echo is probably my favorite. I made a tech. Crosshair is probably my second favorite, and then Wrecker.
Really?
Yeah.
And you said body
the fat suit?
Yeah,
he's definitely got a huge body.
Okay.
I mean, they're spinning.
Why?
up
Thank
there.
you.
Have you looked under the cod piece? Is that what's going on? Or never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. That's
I
an
wonder if
actual
they made the
thing.
whole thing big or not. You know.
Oh, there you are, Hector. I was
His
like,
head
wow,
sculpt is
Hector.
badass.
Dude,
Sorry, I
that
pressed the
pin
wrong
strap
button.
was awesome on his helmet.
Yeah, his helmet's
cool,
pretty
man.
cool too, but his head sculpt is awesome.
So Joe, you're not going to take off the fat suit? You don't mind it?
Well, the fat suit is actually needed on this figure. The ratcheting of he's actually really nice on the posability. The ratcheting of his body is pretty nice actually.
Well, it's tough. It's like what Brett's saying here. I love Wrecker, but that ain't the head of Wrecker. Well, he's an animated character.
Yeah,
so
this is a realized version
this
of
is
it.
supposed to be, yeah.
You know what? Hey, for those of you who don't know, I had a friend reach out to me and say, "Hey, he got Crosshair, and they're supposed to come with toothpicks."
Oh.
And he didn't get toothpicks, but I actually had two of them, and they're in with the hand pegs.
Yeah. That would make
I
sense.
didn't even know it was supposed to come with toothpicks. I was like, "What are you talking about? It's a stupid little brown stick. Are you kidding me?" So I'm gonna send him one because I had two.
So Hector, do you are you familiar with the Bad Batch cartoons?
I am familiar.
Yeah. What do you think about this figure?
Pardon?
What do you think about this figure that's on the screen right now?
It's impressive. Absolutely impressive.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I'm sure you guys see, flaws or things I can't see, but to me, it's impeccable.
Oh, this is amazing.
Hot Toys quality
when I
is
see
usually
these
pretty
things,
amazing.
to me, they look like licensed figures.
They are.
This is licensed.
Mm-hmm.
This is licensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a posable figure. It's 12 inches, or actually this one's bigger, but they're made by Hot Toys. Yeah, and they like even some of the stuff I got back here.
Yeah, so Hot Toys is licensed to make a lot of these figures. So they they have to get the approvals from Disney and sometimes the actors for the likeness.
The armor is pretty plain Jane though on this one, but I mean, if you take a piece of every one of them, my favorite is Tech. I'm waiting to see Tech. My Tech I love, but obviously I'm kind of biased.
Yeah, Emerald City up by me just got this record in today, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to go check it out in person tomorrow." I'm not gonna buy it, but
just looks amazing. Yeah,
I think you probably should, dude. You should pull the trigger.
Yeah,
people saying that he looks a little chunky. Is that what they're saying?
He's a chunky monkey. It was a big boy. Yeah,
he's got that kind of wild-eyed face or that kind of grimace. He's supposed to be more kind of.
I was a little surprised with his head sculpt size because it's a lot larger than the other head sculpts.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, he's bigger though.
Yeah, he is much bigger.
Yeah. If you're fat,
does he have one of his eyes kind of peeking in?
It's totally white. It's all whited out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he lost an eye, so it's dead.
Yeah,
I just think he made him smiling or
Dead
kind
eye.
of wild-eyed or something.
I don't know. The head sculpt is probably my most favorite out of the entire piece.
It looks great, man.
It's a great sculpt. But...
So what else did Sean post? You got
Dengar.
Dengar.
Are we sure that's right, Joe?
Now
It is
these
Sideshow.
these are sideshow figures. Okay, wow.
Yes, sir.
Ding dong.
That was me.
Yeah,
I think that's from
I don't know what I know.
Scum and Villainy line. It's older line.
Dengar's really hard to get.
Right.
Brian Barnes got his Imperial Officer cord.
Nice, Brian.
Wow.
Yeah,
That kind of looks like a weed.
I know. That's what I thought when I saw it. I'm like,
It does look like the
That's a
logo
12-inch
for
patch.
dispensary.
Yeah, it does.
The dope it up squad.
the dope it up.
That's too funny.
Sorry, Brian.
But yeah, I kind of saw the same thing first. It looked like the wheat. That's funny.
This is the Imperial Officer Corps. That's the official logo for the Imperial Officer Corps in the 501st.
For the whole 501st?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised they picked like this color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the green, and then like I'm waiting on the TK, and it's more of a shield. Each one has a different emblem, like the TIE pilots, the Jolly Rogers. It's a skull and crossbones.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah,
That's very cool. So as a 501st, do you have to do X amount of troops before they give you this, or is this just something you buy?
No, this is something. If you're in that group, you have that costume. Then when they do the sales,
you get variant badges.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's badges, there's coins, there's all sorts of things.
I love you, Brian.
So real quick, Hector. Brian collects a lot of variant type stuff, especially comic books.
Yeah.
It's the same comic book, but has a variant cover, and he collects those. So we always kind of rib him a little bit with variant stuff.
I do.
That's where it comes from.
Give them the business, as they used to say.
Oh, you give them the business. Nice.
It's all true love. It's all through love and true love.
Wow,
That
dude.
giant.
Wow.
You got a bowl of spaghetti out of that.
Holy
thing.
crap! You could
It's a
smoke
back
that.
badge.
Yeah.
Oh, so you put that on like a leather vest.
You need a really big denim jacket to put that on the back of it.
I thought the thing was maybe 2 inches or 3
No,
inches.
No,
That's
there
massive.
are smaller
Put it
ones
in front of your
like
face.
that. Yeah.
See, there it is.
Captain America could use that thing. Yeah.
There are people. There's stuff. I'm just beginning at it. And there's all sorts of things.
That's amazing. Congrats, Brian. That's really
Look
cool.
at that business.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Joel posting the
last
comic?
week?
That's a TIE pilot variant.
Yes, it is.
You know what? You know what? It almost looks like the face of Eddie from Iron Maiden in a certain way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's got that look.
I went with a General Grievous look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
That
Good
is
job,
really
Joel.
cool.
Looks good, man. I like that lighter too. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, you're gonna get one of those, boss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna use it on something.
Dubak. I'll bring them with me.
Oh, that's cool, Sean.
Ash got a comic book. She got number 107. I think it's the last one, right? Yeah, it is the last issue.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's
look at the
technically a
ascot on
108. That was
Lando
from the
there.
90s.
Say that again, Dubak.
Look at the ascot on Lando.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
I was looking at the arms on Luke.
Oh, both of you are so wrong.
Yeah, it's good classic stuff, you know.
What's that thing behind Leah?
That's
All
one
these
of the
little
characters
bugs.
in the book.
Yeah, little creeper.
Oh yeah, that is a creeper.
And the
And there's a
bunnies.
bunny rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tim Luca got a Marcel Chenet.
Oh wow!
Look at how big that is, because that's the Merlin. That's the Merlin AT-AT. And that thing, it's not huge, but it's actual studio scale. So it's like, what, 18 or 19 inches tall?
Studio scale was pretty
Even
large.
Yeah, even though it's kind of tipped over. So that shows you how big that picture is.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's a great display. Yeah, I like the paint job on his wall too.
Yeah.
Makes it look like a museum.
Compliments it.
Yep.
Wow, that looks amazing.
And then Tim provide another picture just to show some
Oh, he's got that. He's got that wampa.
the D&D Wampa. Yeah.
That thing, well, that's a desk size. I mean, look at that thing. That's at least 32 inches tall.
Yeah, it's quarter scale.
The cabinet. So,
I guess, yeah, quarter scale.
And that's a quarter scale Scout Trooper, right?
Yes, it is.
That thing's
Yep.
huge. Thing's massive.
So they're both
Very
really
nice.
That's cool, man.
It's like huge, like
Nice
Brian's
wood floors
patch.
too.
Again, if you don't have nothing in your collection and this is it, this is perfect. You
Oh,
know,
this is amazing.
this is amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Camilo got a Regal Robot. piece here.
Oh, I need to get one of those.
Some of these detonators. They don't have that many left, man. So you better like get on it.
I'll check it out.
I think they're down to like less than 3 last time I checked on their website.
Less than 3. I guess I'm not getting one.
Well, if you get one tonight, you probably can. Or if you're on the 100th episode, you might get one.
This is a Kaz helmet, yes?
MCAS, yep.
So this is one of the Disney helmets that you can get at Disneyland, Disney World, and then he went in and did a repaint. And wow.
He killed it. I thought he had
taken
posted
it to
more
another
pictures.
level. Yeah.
I think they're in here. Yep.
Yep.
Because he does these for his daughter.
Oh,
How cool is that?
That is awesome.
It's amazing, man.
That's cool.
It's some very talented people in this community.
I know.
I think
Keep
there's
raising the
more
bar.
here. There they are. Here's all the angle shots.
Yeah, keep raising the bar, dude.
I get that. There you go.
Keeps me going. Keeps.
Just looks so good, man. He took a Disney helmet and just, some repaint, and it looks freaking amazing.
It looks amazing. Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
Because it's like, even as toys, they've gotten better, but toys that we got when we were younger, everything was always perfect, right? Right off factory floor. Even if it had weathering and was bad on screen, it was always perfect and pristine. And man, just taking it to this, it looks like a completely different product.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks great, dude.
Good job.
I think the toys today don't have the qualities like they did back in the day.
What are you having me spend my money on this week? We'll find
Oh,
something.
nice.
I have this piece.
pizza.
Hi, you're more than welcome, dude. Go ahead.
So this is a zombie hunter, Robert.
Hey, an original.
This is a nice piece.
AT-AT.
This is one of the
This is
newer
a Power of
ones,
the
right?
Force one.
Yeah.
Power of the Force, yeah.
It's probably the second of the original mold, I guess. A reproduction, first reproduction.
Yeah,
of the
because you
original?
had the original one that came out in the 80s, early 80s.
Yeah, this was the
and then-
first reproduction back in probably 2000 or maybe 97.
Yeah, that was late 90s.
Late 90s, yeah.
Yeah, because like the ones I have, the Legacy, I think they're Legacy ones. Those weren't till 2010.
It's still Kenner, so they hadn't sold to Hasbro yet.
Yeah. Hello.
That's a nice piece. They all display well. Yeah, and Robert got ATST, looks like. Is this a Black Series?
This is the newer. No, that's not like Black Series.
5 years
You're
ago.
saying he picked it up for $80.
Nice, dude.
That's a good score because that's the bigger version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So cool.
right?
Nice.
Yeah, it says Black Series ATST. Cool. Good job, man.
Well,
That's hard to
Black
find
Series
those
just
for
came
the
out with it
Do you
again?
mind?
No, this is old.
Yeah, that's like 5 years. 6 years.
I didn't call it Black Series back then.
Yeah, they came out with a bunch of vehicles a couple years ago.
Out.
Huh. That tells you how disconnected I am since I
And then
switched.
Kaz,
That's so cool.
another repaint.
Yeah, the
Damn, dude, that
damage
looks
marks.
good.
That looks cool.
You're doing
Yeah.
great blaster marks on it.
Mm-hmm.
The scorching, yeah, man, looks
Yeah,
real
that's
good.
scorching. That's
ATST got for 100. Wow. And then Miles got
This is a model he did.
the NPC. Yeah, I saw this
Yeah.
on the Nerf
So-
Herders.
Yeah, he painted it, so it's the Stormy Sea and all that other stuff. But I mean, this is the talent that you're seeing all over the community. You know, Jeff and I are getting into it. Talent that Jason has, Joel has, Dubak has. I mean, it's crazy with how awesome everybody is.
Yeah, just a couple brews and just do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it takes. You guys can find. Yeah,
Looks so
yeah.
good.
Cut
man.
that Grogu open.
Cut that Grogu.
I gotta get that body, man.
I'm gonna send it.
It looks so good, man. And I think his comment was, "Oh, it's I don't think it's all that," but I'm like, dude, it looks fucking great.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me.
Man, look at that butt.
Excuse me?
But
Yeah,
he got
put your
back.
finger in my loophole.
It's just so
My
clean.
wife has what?
Yeah, that's clean. I like that.
And then let's see, Salacious. So that's OJ. He got a book. Shadow Hunter. Nice.
Someone recommended this, didn't they? Yeah, here. That's what he even said.
Someone in his group recommended. Yeah. And then Chris got his record as well. Look at that. That's a better
Yeah,
shot.
there's the dead eye. That's a there.
That looks better. Yeah.
The head sculpt is probably the best piece out of the entire.
Wow,
it looks so good, man. You can see the pores on his face.
Yeah, that's great.
The veins on the temple. Yeah,
yeah, man.
Good.
That's so good. Hot Toys killed it.
Oh
no.
Joe. So Joe Madul. Sorry if I butchered your name. New to the group.
Josephus.
Dude, that is
So this is a McQuarrie style.
Yeah, I made this.
How big is this thing?
You made this, Joe?
Yeah, it's slightly under 6 scale.
Oh wow,
dude, that's
It's big.
Yeah,
when did you make this?
I made it a while back.
Yeah, I made it. But it looks different at this angle, right?
Yeah. This is
looks
the
so good.
McQuarrie speeder I sent him.
Dude, that's so cool.
Wow.
Nice weathering, dude, on the stripe right here. It's crazy.
Right? Talent.
Strange
Yeah,
we didn't
Scotch-
get one in the panel.
Scotch guard.
I was really worried about shipping this. I packed it like a fool.
Dude, look how big that is. That's so cool.
It's huge, dude.
It's pretty big. It's a little. I mean, it's about. I don't even know how to justify it.
That was in the background.
Who has the Jazz Ink one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly under the size of the Jazz Ink one.
So like 3 feet.
So you're like 32 inches, so 30
It's pretty
inches
big,
somewhere
yeah.
in there. Yeah. That's
Wow,
big.
dude, that's crazy, man.
Mhm.
Fucking good job, dude. The
I
scorch
put a
marks and
bunch of
everything.
greeblies underneath the canopy too.
Did you put electronics in it too?
It looks like it is
I
floating.
didn't. Well, I
That's
think
so
he
good.
photoshopped that out. It's on like a camera stand that's detachable. It's got a quick detach. It's really cool.
Good job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Kaz is like, love that speeder.
Our buddy Rex. I need to get Rex on this show one day to talk about his project.
I just ordered this, and the he calls it the chicken
Chicken.
warrior. I said
Yeah.
the only reason he calls it the chicken warrior is because I said the chick warrior, and my phone. Obviously, I'm so great with my phone.
Oh yeah, the talk to text.
I ordered both of these, and I'm gonna make myself. Obviously, Brian has my set, but I'm gonna make a set for myself for these helmets.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order one of these from him too, so I can have that one in the middle of the other two that he made.
His prices are so reasonable; it's not even funny.
I want the
That's-
original one.
He does a good job, you know. Like he has a really good video on YouTube on how he makes these.
Yeah, I'm totally. I ordered this one and the chicken warrior.
Chicken warrior.
There you go, Rex. I did it for you.
Put a chicken and make her a warrior, right?
Yeah, touche.
That's funny. Good job, Rex. Millennium Workshop. If you guys don't know him, follow him on social media.
It's an
Millennium
honor to
Workshop.
have his work in my collection.
Yeah, he's great, man.
This stuff is amazing. And then some dude named Jason Timothy Smith. got
Dude,
this
you
thing.
scored on this thing. You totally scored.
Dude, so these are hard to come by. It's pretty big. Like those are 3.75 figures. So I'm gonna have it here, and we can see.
In the 80s, we call those 3 3/4.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't vintage. They were just.
I mean, these are big. And
Correct.
It's Kenobi's too. So.
Yeah, that is big.
You want any more of those?
And I don't know if I have the space for any more, but
I got the one with the tiger stripes.
I have.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I would
someone
trade a General Grievous head for that.
This was a good marketplace buy.
Were you gonna say something, Hector?
No. I'm admiring all of it.
I saw your hand go up. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I was remembering. Someone said 3.75-inch figures. I remember a story about how they came up with that scale.
Yeah, the boss read. I want
It
them
was
this
an
big.
executive at Kenner that just said, "Look, I want them to be this big," and someone took out some calipers and measured
this big. Right.
And that was it.
That's funny.
The things that made us. That was so awesome. That show.
That's hilarious.
So this is Jeff's coin. Yep.
This
That
is
is a-
bigger than I
I'm
thought
a
it
coin
was
freak.
too.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
coin.
Yeah, so it says it's Merlin model TANF coin. That's cool they do that.
That
I got
is
the
awesome.
AT-AT, but no coin. No coin.
Oh, bummer. And then Joey from way back when got a graded boba.
Oh,
Damn!
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Nice, right?
I don't know if he put more pictures in this one or was that on his personal.
These are things that people got this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that awesome?
This is the
Jeez,
weekly
that's crazy.
pickup. Yep.
Dude.
Wow, look at
Isn't
that.
that awesome, Hector?
That's incredible. I'm blown away.
Oh yeah. And it's like not every week we have content. The folks always buying stuff. It's great to see what the community picks up.
Kiadi Mundi is one of the most rarest ones to get out of these.
Sometimes it's like window shopping because you don't realize things exist, or like, oh wow, you got that. What do you think of it? It's just it's always an amazing part. My favorite part of the show.
Congrats, Sergio. Chris Elliott upgraded his Greedo from Sideshow.
He upgraded the vest.
Wow.
You got the vest and the leathers from Austin, he said.
Yeah.
That looks good.
That looks really good.
Austin's killing it with the leather.
Yeah, Kaz, this is our crack.
So
Greedo to me is so quintessentially Star Wars.
Oh,
yes.
I love Greedo.
Oh, there you go with the big words again.
Greedo is so cool.
Yeah.
There we go. He understands that.
You can't use more than two syllables with Joe.
If you're not sure, you just grunt and moan, and he'll understand.
Oh, Brian got his
band.
Yep, his
that is actually surprisingly. I thought it was gonna be stupid. It's one of the best
it's a nice figure.
Why would you buy something thinking it was going to be stupid just to see if it was stupid when it showed up?
Boba Fett related to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Billy, he says, "I'm sorry, I'm behind. Stopped at the gas station for some Modelo." That was like an hour ago, dude.
Yeah,
that's cultural appropriation.
That's funny. Brian Barnes picked. Oh, did you buy these or just for someone else?
No, I bought this. I walked in, so I usually go to the comic to get my comics on Wednesday when they come out, right? So this week I went Thursday because Wednesday was a crapshoot, and so I walked in and they had bought the comic shop. My local shop had bought somebody's collection out. He had bins upon bins of stuff apparently, and so they had a lot of his Power of the Force 2 figures out, his Black Series figures out, and then they had all of his these collector series out. And so I was like, some of them they had like the Chewbacca, which is gorgeous, mint in box. It was like $40, but this was like $15.
Damn, that's cheap.
This is one of the hardest ones to get.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had all three Lukes, and then I ended up picking up the 6 of the
Cantina
band, the Cantina band.
Those were all Walmart exclusive too.
Really?
You can only get them at Walmart.
Yeah.
I love the Cantina band members.
Right.
So they had more stuff that supposedly they hadn't priced yet. So I'm going to go back and look at that stuff here.
Yeah,
That's
Janine
cool,
has
man.
the Cantina band. I think she got them all.
It's good to see the prices are pretty fair because I've seen them in the comic book stores for like $60. So this is really good.
This is one of the most fair ones.
$15, and then they had a few that were higher quality, and then certain figures that they were wanting like 30 and 40 for, but it was only like 3 or 4 of them.
Hey,
and
Brian,
then,
let me know what you need because I might have some.
Okay.
Hey, Brian, the next time that you go to your comic shop for the pickup, can you FaceTime Joel and have him shop with you?
Yeah,
I will never answer that shit because I can't.
Yeah, this is this week's variance.
Thanks, Sergio. Good night.
Old favorite
Night,
segment.
Sergio.
I do like the one on the far right because that's badass.
Yeah.
Bye, Sergio.
Bye, Sergio.
Are these all the same ones?
Yeah, these are all the same ones.
Yeah,
so
they're all the same.
the 1 in 25, and then the A cover and the 2 variants.
Cool.
The one on the
Those
far
are
right
nice.
would have been the only one I purchased.
Just FaceTime and have Joel pick him up with you.
This one is nice right here.
Yeah, that's they always do.
You like that one?
You
like that
scene
one?
cover.
It's
Oh,
got
it's
good
cool.
negative space, Joel.
Takes
Like
me back
that-
to that whole Sabine.
Like this one looks like one of the old Dark Horse covers,
Oh, yeah.
like a Dave Dorman type cover.
Yep.
I like
this
the
one-
reflection one.
This one is dope too.
Yeah.
They're all
Joel,
nice.
that's the beauty, different art styles, so people can choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just sell the cover.
Sell cover.
And then Billy got enabled last week.
No,
Billy, that's a cool piece though.
Oh, dude, I love it. It's worth it. So Hector, this is a licensed piece too. So this is from Gentle Giant, and And the only way you can get this prior for people to offload it on eBay was being a Premier Guild member. So you have to be part of a member on their website.
Yeah.
And then it's a gift that they give you. So that's an amazing piece.
Away, but there's a second head sculpt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It came out way better than I think anybody expected it would.
Oh, it's an amazing piece.
This is the other one.
Bank account thanks you too.
Joel,
What do you say, baby?
I like that head sculpt.
Let me blow Joel up real quick.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the second one. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something with it.
That looks like one of the helmets out of American Werewolf in London.
I know, right?
Good
Let's
call.
do
Totally looks
something
like one
like
of
that.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, but Billy was able to find this one on eBay at a good price. So congrats, dude. I highly recommend it if you see it out there.
They're still out there. They're like $200. I mean, which is not.
That's a good price.
That's a good
There's
price.
only
Yeah.
like 300 of them.
I'm gonna make a 6-scale figure of that one.
Like a year from now, they're going to be like $1,000. Watch. Quote me on it.
I'm quoting you.
Quote me. I swear. Once they're out of the market, people are going to be hunting for these.
So what would be cool is to have this one with Django and the other one with Boba Fett, where they're both on the ramps.
Yeah.
That would be badass.
Someone was selling the Boba one.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
pick
It
this
was
up?
on buy, sell, and trade.
Yeah, Jeff got this.
And it was a good price. They wanted like $350 for it.
Oh,
$300.
God.
God, dude, that's a
For
steal.
premium format, that's a steal.
I think he ended up getting it for like 5 shipped.
Still good.
Yeah, really good. They have this at Emerald City Dewback if you're interested.
I
We
might be.
need to take Dude back out there so he can
I know.
like
Get him-
spend some
get him
money.
He's
Oh, he's going to get the autograph for it from MegaCon.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Oh, that's
Morrison.
what you were bitching about earlier, huh?
I'm tempted to get this as well. It's cool. That's awesome.
So I'm doing a different plaque. So I'm doing the plaque with the Mandalorian, but it's like the Book of Boba Fett throne where he's sitting down.
Yeah,
That's a badass one
at
too.
the end where he's like all.
Yeah. And I'm a display with my sideshow piece.
That would be.
You guys collect autographs? Lame.
I know, right? What a lame
That's
hobby.
awesome, dude. I don't collect
Jesus.
autographs, but some of those that hit the heart, I do.
Yeah.
And then this is Brian, I think. He got the
Yeah.
Lars Mikkelsen plaque.
Yeah, I ordered this
That's pretty
for the summer. So yeah, this is coming.
Dope, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to just ask you to pick me up a picture, man. I'll
Yeah.
send you some cash.
Okay. I think his signature is $90.
That's not bad. It's
No.
awesome.
Good. Yeah. Reasonable.
Jason Timothy Smith got an eBay steal
Okay.
Oh wow, dude.
animated series.
I've been.
So-
one of
What'd you
these-
get that for, woman?
I got that for 130.
What?
Dude,
Wow.
that is a steal.
You robbed him.
He had this and Anakin, and I was watching them, and then he sent like a knockdown price, and someone grabbed Anakin, and Anakin I think was still like 180. I'm like shit. And
This
then
is the better one of the two, though.
he sent the thing for this, knocked it down like 15%, and I was like, shit, I gotta grab this thing.
You have the Yoda, right? You have the Yoda.
I have the Yoda, and my
Later,
house
guys.
here has the Ahsoka that's sold out as well.
I have
think
not
she's
gotten
like-
her yet. I don't know why.
Peace,
I haven't
Kaz.
She's
Very
like
nice, dude.
80 or something though. So yeah, I got this guy for like
Really kind of
130.
you. Thank you.
Matter of fact, I don't know if Sideshow screwed me out.
Was that Hector?
I was just thinking Kaz who thanked me on his comment.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Cass
Thank
is
you,
out in
Hector.
Canada. Yep, Canada. So
Stories.
thank you.
Canada, eh?
Matt Hess got an Inquisitor.
Nice.
Nice.
That actually looks really good.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Someone sent me the head sculpt. Well, the guy who got my speeder, he sent me the head sculpt. He wants me to make him a special head. 'cause
Oh
he
my
got two of
God.
these.
He
I
just
got
sent
the
you
head
the
sculpt.
box.
He wants a cone head.
No, he sent me the head sculpt. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but whatever.
It looks like Rupert Friend. That head sculpt. They nailed it.
Yeah.
And then Matt also got the Reva.
I gotta see
That's
how
a great
it's
figure.
She looks great. Looks
It
great.
looks
Not a
great.
fan of the
Figures.
character.
The figure's dope.
Yep.
The characterization needed some work. Cobb Vamp. That's a good figure. I know we just
Oh,
talked
it is
about
not
it.
a
Great
sand
figure. Look at
base.
the
It's
base,
a nice
man. It's
base.
badass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's on
crap.
the deck.
What happened?
Yeah, I got to work on my diorama.
Diorama.
It'll be your most epic diorama ever.
Yeah. Actually, it will be pretty epic.
You're sliding down the pole, and you really gotta go diorama.
Then Austin picked up a custom kit for this one.
This is really cool.
This is cool. I didn't know that companies made like little kits for that.
Oh yeah,
I guess they're doing another
Where
run
did
of
this
them.
come from?
It's all third party.
yeah. I have a
You see the
custom
boxes next to it, yeah.
I have a custom dress.
1/6 kit.
It's
So I don't-
$105.
Where's
Yeah,
his
I
left
don't-
hand though? That's my only question.
Yeah.
It's
Scratch
down
his
there
stem.
somewhere. And then Jason got his guild membership finally.
Nice.
Yeah, been waiting.
That is-
How long did we wait for this? Like 2 years?
It was a year and a half. Yeah.
It was a while.
Then I felt compelled to pick this one. This came out before, but I was like, man, I got to pair these two.
Yeah, the McCoy.
Is this like an eBay find?
Yep.
We found
Nice,
a vintage figure, a 3.5 or 7.5 figure of the McCory Stormtrooper with that. At the
What the
Ninja
hell is this?
Exchange.
Oh, that's
This
right
This
there,
is
dude. That is
Joba
Hunky
Fett. It's
Hunky
Joba
Fett.
Fett.
Joba
Joba
Fett.
Fett.
Yeah, that's a
Joba Fett.
stud right there, dude.
Joba Fett.
Dude, that's so
Joba
bad. That's so bad.
One of one.
I'm telling you, there's an app on your phone that you can get that you can do. I will make anybody a STL.
You need to tell us what the app is.
Yeah, because I'll do that.
There's. I'll look up which one's the best. Jeff had it.
Tell
I
us.
don't know why he hasn't done it yet.
Put a word balloon next to it that says "Cut that shit up, Jason."
And our buddy Henrik from Denmark got MIC Maris Brood.
Oh wow,
That one's cool.
That's
pretty
cool,
impressive.
man.
Whoops.
All these MIC pieces are just amazing in person.
Mhm.
He also pre-ordered the Droideka. That was a big thing this week.
That one.
Yeah,
That thing's
Droideka.
huge.
Damn,
That's
I forgot
gonna be
about that.
awesome.
I think
And our buddy Clay, Star Wars Addict 88,
Nice.
Nice.
working on an autograph poster here.
Wow.
Which ones are the most recent ones? I don't know if he didn't say it on here. But he's been working on this. Yeah.
Ezra Bridger, Morgan Elizabeth, C-3PO. The signatures, I mean, I'm sure you see them a lot, Hector, where you're like, man, some of these people's signatures are beautiful. Like, you're like,
Yeah,
wow, that's
there's an
amazing.
autograph collecting itself is part of it is that aesthetic, this unmistakable, uncopyable document of someone's name.
Yeah,
Mark Reynolds has changed a lot in four decades of doing this. I like the current incarnation of his signature. Ewan's is one of my least favorite because it's a little kind of that's his. Ewan McGregor's in the top right corner.
Yeah, it's just like sloppy.
Who's that one in the bottom left? Is that the Inquisitor? Is that I don't know.
This one is Diana Lee.
That's fantastic.
Morgan Elizabeth.
Yeah,
really nice.
Bruce Lee's goddaughter.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, she has a really nice signature. Yep.
That's a fantastic signature.
It's fun.
Yeah, so let's see. Mark Hamill, Anthony Daniels.
Parks.
Rango.
What's his
That's
real
Danny
name?
Trejo.
Danny Trejo. Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Machete.
Machete. I've got his head sculpt. I'm going to make that figure.
Oh, Bo-Katan.
That's Ewan. Yeah, Katie Sackhoff.
Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, Katie Sackhoff.
To Morrison, that's what I call it.
I don't know who that is. I can't
This one is hard. Yeah.
That's a chocolate mess. That's like mine.
Obi-Wan. Is that
This is Obi-Wan. This is Ewan over here.
Damn, dude.
Oh, good stuff,
awesome.
man.
The one next to you and is Emily Swallow, the armor.
Let me swallow. Yep.
Gizmos and Sackhoff. Yeah.
Yeah. I need Emily's.
Yeah, she's not coming this year to MegaCon. Last year she was easy to get.
So this one pisses me off because they changed this sculpt out, and I got this life-size bust or figure from Blockbuster.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Clay. So this might be, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing Star Wars Addict 88, Clay.
Yeah, this is Clay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
88. Got a Frank Oz Yoda. That's cool. Must be
It's badass, but they switched it out and they CG'd it in.
I hated this puppet, but that's a cool.
I kind of like it.
I agree. There's something that just
He
doesn't
looked,
look right.
he looked coked out or something. It was just, hey.
I was happy with
out.
that.
Like, hey, there's a cool kid you
And
got
he keeps
here.
killing these Indiana Jones.
Hey guys, I apologize. I have to go. I have to drop out. My wife is beckoning.
All good. Thank you
command,
so
I
much,
command.
Hector.
Let's put you on the big
It was a
screen
real
real quick.
pleasure. It was my privilege. Thank you so much for having me.
Mhm.
I had so much fun. You guys make me feel special. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hector. for being
Hector.
here tonight.
Thank you so
for
much,
everything you
Hector.
do for us.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So much.
Appreciate you. Have a good night. So Andy Saverda, yeah, he kills it with his stuff, man.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of indies, and he's doing a good job, man.
And then Steven got some concept art here.
That's cool, Bubba.
Jeff McQuarrie, yeah.
I'm going to be fixing my boba. I got a McQuarrie boba. That's pretty cool.
So cool.
That's a cool print.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And then Janine got her George Medina.
Oh yeah.
George
Good night,
kills it,
Darth
man.
Musa.
Good night, man. How you doing?
Yeah, we at least got it in a frame to protect it until we can do more.
Very
but man,
cool.
what an impressive piece! Seriously.
I should make a 6-scale figure of that.
Yes.
Oh, you should, man.
George does a good job with his artwork.
That Yoda booger sugar.
I bet I could do it. I bet I could actually do that
Looks so
tonight.
good. David Boudreau picked up Weequay.
Out of all those, that's my favorite one he's done.
It is a pretty cool.
That's a cool one, yeah.
Yeah. Good pickup, man.
I still haven't picked that one up.
Even though, David, I think you could do a good job.
Michael Barrett picked up this, I think it's a sideshow, right?
I think so back then.
Sideshow Gentle Giant.
No, I think that's NYC.
Is that NYC?
No,
Yeah, that's
Was
NYC.
it?
Agreed.
that's one of their first then.
That looks
Sounds
good.
good.
That looks really good.
Looks really good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, check that out.
Get it,
Michael
man.
Barrett ordered
Yeah.
little British
It
helmet
says
here.
what is it,
Badass.
NYC.
That's
NYC.
cool.
And then he ordered these cups.
Oh, the corksicles. Yeah, these are cool.
Corksicles, yeah.
These are cool.
Corksicles.
I don't know what happened to mine.
Corksicles.
I had all the
They're
CG
expensive,
peel
dude.
ones.
That's
Freaking
funny.
expensive.
Yeah, they're cool though.
I don't. Yeah, that's funny.
When you hear corksicle, you think of something else.
Yeah.
Joe's getting excited.
Just a little bit.
These are cool. The
Yeah,
bookends.
bookcases, yeah, bookends, yeah.
He goes, "That's not a corksicle." Okay, what is it? What is
It's
it?
a pillow.
You pissed him off.
A
Those
custom.
aren't pillows.
Right.
Look at that. Whose is that?
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's still Michael Barrett.
No. Like, who made that?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's, don't know. Could be anybody. Looks good though.
Yeah, it's a nice
Very
color.
good. Awesome.
Looks really good. And then he says, "Friend, giving it to me. Well, base for mannequin pumped up." Oh, it's the
it's the Supreme. Yeah, it's Ruby Supreme. Wow, you scored.
It's still in the box.
He gave it to you? Yeah, he gave it to you.
Yes.
You gave it to me.
Right?
No,
Michael, you need to post a room tour.
Absolutely.
he did. He did. It's in our Facebook group. So
Okay. We'll check it out.
Medical frigate. Look at that.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. I can repost the link and bump it up. But he did post one. It's really good.
Wow.
So
That
medical
was one of the
frigate.
other pieces I might have
Jeff,
ran out of.
this is
that
a Jeff
before.
one, right?
Jeff say Jip.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, so Hector's gonna do a signing soon, and then Jeff got some paint.
Paints, more paints.
Well, he went to
Wow,
the
what
dark
colors
side
did he
and got
get?
some Archive X.
Okay, so grimy black armor. This has got to be for the medical frigate because that green
Yeah.
lettering gray.
Listen to you.
Light blue. I'm recognizing the colors. I have an eye now. It's kind
Well,
of
Scott does all this stuff.
But I know.
It's amazing they came up with colors for these when it was coffee stain.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Looking
Coffee
forward to
stain.
it.
Coffee stain. We call that lark light. Lark dark.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So no, that's cool. And then let's see what else did Henry get.
Badass.
Nice.
This thing is like amazing in person, man. I got a chance to see it already.
I love that it comes with
Way too much work. It's all good.
Does it light up actually?
I think it does. Yeah.
What scale is that?
Or it's been retrofitted. Whatever.
It's a quarter scale.
Cool.
That's really cool.
And I think that's it.
Oh, no, I put some more in there, but
You put some more.
Refresh.
I need to put a due date on there. Have this shit turned in by this day.
All right, woman, I just did it before the show.
Yeah, it is.
You're late.
I know I am late.
Let's see. Let's do most recent real quick. Most recent.
Maybe I posted it in someone else's shit.
Yeah, I think you did.
Sure. You probably posted it on Regal Robots Facebook group.
Oh, that would be terrible.
No
I get
time
another
out.
mail saying, don't be a douchebag.
That would be funny.
Let's see. Going all the way to the bottom.
Nope.
Let's view more comments because I did hit refresh.
Refresh.
Nope. Nada. Let me hit refresh again.
No, it's okay.
You got the pictures? You can bring it up on the computer if you want to share.
No,
it.
I don't know where I put them. It's all good.
All right.
I love that photo, Andy.
Yeah. So coming up soon, this Sunday, Rogue 5 Cantina is going to have Andy Myers. You know, he's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
I love how they took his Photoshop and put it on top of that tauntaun.
Yeah,
That's
put it on
cool.
top of
Right.
the thing.
Yeah, those have been really cool.
I think Brett worked on that. He did a good job.
Yeah, Brett's been doing those.
And then,
D23 worth it for Star? I don't know.
No, not at all. And then, what the hell? Where's the rest of this shit? I was trying to like bring up the other featured stuff that's in here.
Oh.
It's gone. Okay. Anyways, but if you go into the featured section of the Facebook group or on your phone, just look at what's pinned. We do have a thread in there for MegaCon. We are going to do a meetup on Friday or Saturday. Maybe I think it's probably going to be on Friday because Saturday is going to be chaotic with all the signatures on Saturday. And then we also have another thread in there for the Darth Vader stuff. You know, so if you guys have any questions, go check it out.
Did you ever get anything on the podcast?
So, good question. So, the guy Chuck who runs the MegaCon event, he did reach out to me, and he did watch our shows, and he loved our show for the center stage. But by the time he got to our application, those filled up. So, but he is looking to see if we can get a room.
Oh,
so
cool.
if we get a private room, he'll let me know by the 18th. So we'll find out soon.
Well, let me know because I'm going to do a full figure giveaway in that room.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. So if we do get a room, I'll let everybody know. That way, you know, everybody on that follows the channel and people that know us know where to migrate to on that day.
Yeah. When is MegaCon?
It's
February 1st.
February 1st.
A lot of people are going to be here. Sean Soul's going to be here, you know, from out of state. Gabe's going to be here from out of state.
Joel Hazy from out of state.
Joe Hazy from out of state. Yeah. So
Andy, well, he's not out of state.
Andy's local.
Not Jeff, even though he's on the same coast. Week.
I know.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of local folks showing up. So it's going to be a good group. I've been getting hit up, and I keep telling everybody, go to the thread in the Facebook group.
Yeah. That's cool.
Hey, so blow me up real quick since this didn't come up on your...
Blowing now.
Yeah.
Control now.
So explain this one.
Explain this, yeah.
Explain, Lucy. Explain.
I used like 5 different skulls. There was a dragon skull. Obviously, the mythosaur skull is the horns.
Mm-hmm.
There's a human skull in there. There's a cow skull, and I think there's a goat skull. And then I hand sculpt.
Joel, you're sick. You're sick.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty comparable to hang with like the Regal
It's a
robots.
mythical creature, right?
Dude, I love that piece.
It's a donkey. What?
It's a tauntaun.
Oh, it's a tauntaun. Got it.
Where have you been, woman?
I'm sorry. I get the horns and stuff on the side. It's just okay. I see it now.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was modeling after one of these, a smaller one.
No,
where's that one from?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Some guy out of Mexico. I'll have to put it in the comments in the description. I can't remember his name, but
thinking some goddamn Mexican.
Yeah.
No. It's out of Mexico. The guy does phenomenal stuff. He does.
It looks fantastic, man.
Yeah.
This is the what is 1/12 scale?
As long as he's the Mexican and not a Mexicant, that's good.
Right.
I said it was out of Mexico. I didn't say.
Shit, Mexicans do the best things, dude.
Yeah. So I got a lot of Predator stuff from that guy too, but that's what I modeled it after. So tried to do the best I could. It doesn't obviously have the bottom jaw, but it'll hang well with the Regal Robot stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
You should put it next to it and post it in the Regal Robot Facebook group.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
That'll never happen. I'm not going to be any kind of
Tom, if you're watching, we love you. We're just joking.
With most respect, I don't.
Joe walks into New York State, he gets
There's no competition, dude.
That's hilarious. Any overs before we call it a night, guys? Anything we missed?
No.
I don't think so.
No. All right. So I guess
Make
we can
sure you watch Rogue 5. See Andy.
Yeah.
See Andy.
He's got some good stuff to talk about.
Absolutely. All right. Let me find an outro. First, let's say a word from our sponsor real quick.
This is Joel Hazy, and thank you for joining us at the lounge.
That's right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us. Before we hang up, I do want to say something. I know last week we talked about the director that's filming the Ray movie and all the drama that's fallout has come out of that. You know, man, and then Theory posted something about, you know, an interview with a psychologist, and that psychologist female was off the rails. She's saying, you know, let the man keep Star Wars and blah, blah, blah. You know, on final notes, you know, Star Wars is for everybody. It's not just for men. It's for women, and it's for whoever loves it. And the good thing about Star Wars, it just brings us all together. It doesn't matter what you are, what your gender is. So we love all you guys. It doesn't matter if you're a man or female. You know, Star
let's
Wars
get the
is
politics
for
and
everyone.
religion out of it, man.
Hell yeah.
Fun.
It's all it's all about having the shared interest, the shared love of the same thing.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, we all love it.
Unity
That's what
can
brings us all
exist.
together. Yep. Yeah. So on that note, I just want to say, you know, we all love Star Wars, and that's why we're here every Friday night, and we appreciate all of you guys. Until
absolutely.
Next
Love you guys,
weekend.
man.
Hell yeah. May the force be with you, and we'll see you next Friday. Peace.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.